It's good, y'all. Y'all see the title, man. Politics and boxing and did it again, man. I should have known they wasn't gonna get him the dub. I should have known there's no way they were gonna get him the dub. G coach his ass off though, didn't he? Robbery in plain sight. Shit crazy. Let me get my shit together. I know I'm a little late. SB, what's up, bro? Rob my guys in plain sight, bro. No shame in their game, bro. Shit is crazy. I'm a little late. I had to get these NFL picks together. You know what I'm saying? We all lost last night. They robbed me of some bread too. I had a nice couple dollars on there. They robbed me out of band. I ain't bet a band, but I was supposed to make a band. Yeah, Rashada, yeah, you finally made it to him. Yeah, you finally made it to a live. Carbon 12, what's the word, bro? 2 cents. Hell yeah, coach his ass off. I was yelling right along with him too. I was like, damn, I had to look at my girl like, he can't hear you, right? I'm like, yo, it's chill. Like my nigga Banks, I'm coaching from the couch. Oh bullshit. You, JP, John Parr, what's up, broski? You was finna do a live? Ew, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Hop on. My nigga Carbon in the building. My nigga Carbon said he's about to go live. Fuck it. Come holler at me, bro. Come talk your shit. You know I gotta let the people know what I'm thinking. Bro. Yeah, GAG was definitely cooking last night. Despite the result, I'm glad that people, was able to see his coaching ability on a grand scale. A lot of people, they don't really get to see G. They get to see him on the live and stuff like that, but they don't really get to see his say JP slid right over. Where y'all was at? Yeah. He said, yo, he had the seafood boil last night. This nigga the bed, bro. Why they do my guys like that though? It's a 10-round fight, right? To me, he won the first four clean sweep. You only need two more rounds, and he won 9 and 10 decisively to me. Now I ain't no mathematician or nothing, but that sound like 6 rounds to me. Now, you know what I'm saying? A point was taken and shit. Jay, my guy. Oh,
Clip,
Jay, what's up, bro?
what it do, Clip? What it do?
I'm chilling, man. Here to
Man,
talk about how they did my God, recount the night.
I don't think I could watch boxing no more, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't think my mind could take the politics, bro. I was at work, put it up on my put it up on my laptop at work, and I'm watching the whole fight. And I said to myself, Cole couldn't get to the jab. Cole couldn't go through the jab, and everything G was saying, Cole actually did. And I'm like, damn, like the instructions Greg gave Hart was just so, it was just like pinpoint. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And he said, I think it was in the third or fourth round, he said, look, Jesse, he gonna start like, bull rushing you more aggressively. And I think the same round, that's when Cole flipped Jesse. And I'm
Yeah,
like, damn.
that was heading into the third round. He said that in the corner between the second and third round. He called that shit spot on.
Right. And it was so crazy because I'm gonna say this, and people might, disagree with me or whatever, but niggas who watch GHB TV and Fighting Words with Bang and even you clip, they be thinking that when we be, giving G his flowers, they be thinking that we glazing him. But it
Right.
shows in the corner in a real fight, the nigga knows what he talking about. You get what I'm saying? And I gotta give that nigga his flowers, bro. That nigga G, like, I might sit here and I might listen to his podcast, but I said, you know what? Let me actually tap into his fight. Let me listen to his corner. Let me listen to his instructions.
Hmm.
That nigga dropped. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga gave Hart like conclusive instructions on what to do and how to win, bro. And I gotta come on here and be like, yo, like G, like when I drop a jet, I'm sending him to Philly. on my mama. I'm sending him on some real shit. Like Greg was on like pinpoint about it because I was watching Bang stream too. You feel me? And I'm
Okay.
like, damn, like it's like Greg see it before it even happening. You know what I'm saying? And it shows that people might throw shade on him because of his rankings or like because of his record when he was a boxer.
Mm.
But they say sometimes the not the best fighters become great instructors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to come on and be like, the nigga G gave Hart great instruction. I feel like it's politics. I feel like that's a fucking robbery, bro. With Cruz fight, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Cruz should be fighting at 130, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. Actually, when he made his, I think I said that on a recent live. I don't know if it's the one that you was on the last time I did it. I'm like, when I first saw him debut, I'm looking at him. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at his legs. I'm like, 135. I'm like, he can go down to 130 like right now and be a problem. But, you know,
He, if he stayed in the middle of the ring and just boxed the whole fight, I think he would have had more of an opportunity. But I feel like what Bozy was telling him was true. But I really think his punches wasn't even affecting Mortala. I feel like it was like cat scratches. Cause Mortala kept press. No, I'm just being real though. Like
no,
Mortala
I
was
could dig it.
pressing him. I feel like his punches didn't really. It's quick. It's precise. Don't get me wrong. He's a great boxer, but
Mm,
at the same time, I don't think people knew that Mortala was that good. I think a lot of
okay.
people underestimated Mortala also because of Andy boxing history as far as a gold medalist and his amateur fights and but I was even going for Andy. But when I was just looking at him and when the fight came, I'm like, yo, like Mortala looked like a 140 fighter and Andy looked like a 130 fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like I think Andy could dominate at 130. But that's just my opinion. You feel me? But
Mm,
Mortala was closing the distance a lot, but it was like what Tim Bradley say. It was precise pressure. It wasn't like I'm just gonna press you. It was precise pressure. You know what I'm saying? It was
right.
a great fight. It could have been a draw, but I do feel like in order to beat a champion, you gotta beat him in them later rounds. And I do give the last 2 rounds to Mortala. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
So
I respect it.
great fight though. I can't get into Hart and Cole. I'm just disappointed, bro. Like, it's no words, bro. It's no
My
words.
thing, my thing is like I said, it was a 10 round fight. To me, he won the first four clean sweep. You know what I'm saying? And he even got the point deduction in the third when he picked him up and like scoop slammed him and shit.
Right.
So you won the first four clear, and then you win the last two to me clear. Like I said, I ain't no mathematician, but in a 10 round fight, you only got 1-6.
Do you feel like do you feel like Hart burnt themselves out in the first 4 rounds a little bit?
Oh, they said they can't hear you, Jay.
Hold on. Y'all can hear me
Yeah,
now?
I can hear him though.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good.
Carbon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
I
straight,
said
bro.
Yes,
I said
sir.
I said do y'all feel like Carbon was good? Um
What's good, brother?
do y'all feel like, and I'm not trying to play an age thing, you feel me? I don't want people in the chat to
Mm,
come for me because of age.
yeah.
But do you feel like Hart burnt himself out too early in the first 4 or 5 rounds? And because Jesse is the not Jesse's because Cole is the younger fighter, he had more stamina on the back end. Because Hart came out precise with the jabs and he kept jabbing him and jabbing him. He had a lot of
Mm,
energy. So do you
yeah.
think that, his stamina or I'm saying the energy on the back end, he didn't have enough energy on the back end going into the last couple rounds, why it looks so kind of iffy towards the ending. And then like what G said on the little, on his little podcast earlier,
Mm,
in the midnight, that he was battling the flu. I'm not gonna use no excuses. You get what
right,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because if he won, the flu would have, what I'm saying? He got the flu. It is what it is. People fight through flu.
Right,
People fight through a rib injury, hand injury. Cool. I'm not gonna use no excuses. But at the
for sure.
same time, can we all know when we have the flu or breathing or stamina, even when we were recovering from the flu, it's hard. You could go outside
Mm,
and try to jog after you post flu for 2 or 3 days. Your stamina is not as up there as it should. So do
right.
you feel like with him battling that and also his age when it came to the stamina, he burnt out a little bit too quick?
I feel like he definitely showed like he was winded and tired in the middle rounds, but he had that veteran second win in 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
feel like he boxed well in 9 and 10. I feel like it may be a thing, like I was saying before, he hadn't had an actual like fight in about 2 years. He been in the TCL, but that's a bunch of one round fights. So, maybe that was it. He stayed active, he stayed in shape, but he hadn't had an actual fight. So maybe that started to wear on him. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But either way, I feel like it's no way you could say he lost that fight. Like, like when you go on social media, everybody get their opinion, and usually it's mixed opinions on a controversial fight. I
Right.
remember I was on Matchroom shit, and I'm like 21 comments in, and I ain't found one that said he lost. I'm like, nah, this shit is different.
Right.
Usually people see different things. Everybody had their different viewpoints. I think everybody was in agreement that that
Right.
was a that was a robbery.
I like I
And that
said.
looked bad on Khalil Coe because even his girl got in the ring and looked like she didn't think he won. Now she was on Instagram later popping big shit like he really went in there and did something. That's not the case. And I got love for O'Shea because Bozy coached her to her world titles. But
I
niggas know what happened, man.
I don't think I don't like I said, bro. I'm speechless, bro. Like I just don't know. This reminds me of Tio versus Jermaine Ortiz, and I
Okay.
said to myself, Ortiz won that fight, but a lot of people was like he didn't let his hand go enough. He jabbed Khalil. What did Khalil Cole do the whole fight?
Shit.
That's my question. Like what like 118 to what was it? 118 to what? 112? 110?
No, that was in the Muratalla fight, and I don't know how the fuck they had that because yeah, we
What
can get
was
to
what
that,
was
but
what was the outrageous scorecard? It was one of them cards, bro, for the Jesse Hart fight. And people was looking like, was it the 90 something? I can't remember, bro.
I forget. All I know is after I heard the first one, I think the first one was 94 to 94. I was like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
but
fuck it, and I tuned everything out, and I was just watching. I'm like, and you know what, yo? You could tell it was going to be some bullshit because the boy David Diamante, before he read the scores, if you peep, he was like, "This is what it says." Like he ain't even. Usually they be like, "The scorecards are in such and such," and read it. It's like he looked at it and was like, "This is some bullshit." He's like,
right.
"This is what it says."
I I'm speechless. As I said, I don't know. I don't know boxing, bro. I don't know. I was probably. I don't know, bro. I was probably watching the wrong shit last night, bro. But I guess I don't know boxing, bro. I guess boxing is not boxing, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, is it the
That's some
politics?
politics,
Is
man. That's
it they
some
don't want
politics everybody
Greg
talk
there?
about.
Is it that they don't want Greg? Is it just? But I don't know.
Nah, it's not even. It's not even about G. It's about how much money they got invested into Khalil Coe. Like I was there when he took his loss in Philly. He wasn't supposed to lose that fight. Now it's great that he went to God home turf and got it back, but this not the first time he missed weight. He got knocked out in a fight he was supposed to he was supposed to shine in because that was a common opponent with Diego Pacheco. They put that guy Gallegos in there with Diego Pacheco and he beat him like easily. So they was thinking that was gonna be a showcase fight for Khalil Coe. And they said the reason he had problems in that fight was something else related to weight. They said he had that rhabdomyolysis shit that Virgil Ortiz had that damn near cooked him at 147. So he's been having problems with weight. And to come in 7 pounds overweight and then look like that, you know what I'm saying? Matchroom it's going to be some tough decisions at Matchroom. He might get dropped.
Eddie, even when he won, Eddie wasn't looking happy, bro.
Of
Cause
course not.
Eddie know he lost that fight, and Eddie know he doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like Eddie knows you miss weight that doesn't look good. But plus, Eddie knows he wasn't supposed to win, bro. Eddie didn't want to
Mhm.
win like that. You
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying? Eddie didn't want to win like that, and people in the I don't want him to get dropped because he's another black man or another box.
Right,
You know what I'm
right, right.
saying? Like I wish him the best, but to miss weight and then to first of all, they were supposed to fight before that. He had a hand injury, and Hart gave like I think Hart was saying on one of the podcasts is Mill shit was
Hmm.
that he gave on YSM he gave Cole some of his purse. because he really wanted to fight. He gave him some of the money. He really wanted to fight. And then it's like you lose the fight. You didn't get your whole purse. You missed weight. You was battling the flu, and you got fucked on the scorecards. That shit
Shit
crazy.
crazy.
Like
Carbon, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling good, brother. Man, first of all, man, I'm glad you came on. I'm glad somebody came on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
shout out to the
sir.
brother Jay, my brother Two Cent, Tago, Bane, Greg, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, I can't see who all in the room, but you know how that goes. But look,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna
Yes,
give a
sir.
little context to the scorecard. You know what I'm saying? That way we
Okay.
could break this shit down, and then we could really, first of all, see what was the best fight of the night, as far as everybody's opinion. So we had a
For
junior
sure.
lightweight. Six rounder. We had Zaquin Moses coming in at 130, 132.8. We had Leandro Medina, 134.2. We got Amari Jones coming in at 151 versus Jerome Baxter at
Mm-hmm.
149.6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that was the junior middleweight class. We also had at the junior middleweight, we had Israel Madrimov, 156.4. He came in. Then we had Luis Salazar at 157.8. Then we had light heavyweight, of course, Khalil Coe versus Jesse Hart. So in that, we had Khalil Coe coming in at 182.8. So he was 6.8 pounds over, record 10 and 1 and 1, 8 KOs at the time, and 182 pounds. He came in. Then we got Jesse Hart, of course, at 174.6. The height stood out to me. He was 6'3", you know what I'm saying? 28
Right.
and 3, 22 KOs, age 36. So this is definitely a fight of the new and the young, I get. I mean, the older, we'll say. And then, of course, we had the main headline, light heavyweight division. I mean, well, lightweight division, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
We had Raymond Muratalla with the IBF belt, 134.6, 23-0, 17 KOs, age 29, reach 72, 5'8". And we had Andy Cruz at 134, 6-0, 3 KOs, age 35-9. You know what I'm saying? So I run that down for the context for the live, you know what I'm saying, for the scorecard purposes. Who do y'all think had the best fight out of everybody from the beginning to the end?
I think, man, that Andy Cruz and Muay fight, that was my favorite fight. Now, my favorite performance by far was Aquin Moses. She was styling and profiling on that motherfucker. He took his heart so much, boy, he didn't want to throw his hands.
I think I think Mortale and Cruz had the showcase, but I'm like I agree with the clip. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Zay Quinn sharp as a motherfucker, bro. And
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie. I think what he's like, what, 20, 19 or 18?
20,
Yeah, 20.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. What he fight, 135 or 130? 135, right?
30.
130?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. Him and Scooter will be fireworks, bro.
Mm.
Him and
Shit, he too
I
young. He
don't know
too
if
young
he,
for
I
Scooter.
don't know if he ready to scoop.
He
no,
too young
not
for
now,
Scooter.
not now, but like
Shit.
I say about like 3 to 4 years. Him and cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think both of them niggas stay in the gym. I ain't gonna lie, but Scooter nice too. Scooter nice as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Zay
For
Quinn,
sure.
he's just sharp. That nigga's just sharp. I ain't gonna lie.
He is.
I
He's
don't
sharp as
know.
shit.
Yeah, he still got to grow into his body too. So he
Word.
definitely, like you said, in the next 2 or 3 years, he gonna definitely be a threat. You know what I'm saying for sure.
Scooter 19. He older than Scooter.
You talking about you talking about Davis,
Oh, the other
Scooter
scooter.
Davis.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay,
yeah,
My
okay.
yeah.
bad, my bad. I'm thinking about Philly scooter.
Nah, nah,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. Me
other
too, me
Scooter
too.
who trade with Tank. He 19.
Yeah,
He
facts.
nice. He
Okay.
nice. He nice. He nice.
Now that would be a decent matchup. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
I got the
Right.
context for sure. Yeah, that'll definitely. What y'all thought about Amari Jones though?
It's something there. He still need a little bit of work. You know what I'm saying, but Eddie gonna build him the right way. I don't like his jab and shit like that. I think, you know what I'm saying, he don't
That's what
really
I was going to
commit to
say,
that
Clip.
shit.
You gotta give me, because I know you seeing something you ain't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like he don't really commit to his jab when he get motherfuckers hurt. Like he like the bum rush him and shit. I want him to get a little bit more composure about himself. Cause you can get somebody hurt, rush in and they clip your ass and then it's over. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fact.
He got to chill out a little bit. But Eddie gonna take his time with him. Eddie gonna build him up the right way. I think they don't even know what division he gonna be at. He has shit that's like in between 147 and 154. But he a big motherfucker. Who's to say he won't grow into 160 over like the next year and a half, 2 years? So Eddie gonna
Yeah,
play his cards right. He know what he got in him.
How old he is?
he young.
He like 19 too, ain't he?
Yeah, and I
Somewhere in there.
seen that they was trying to get him to like 154. I'm like, yeah, he might want to wait till Boots go ahead and do what he do at 154.
I would I would love to see him in the next couple years, probably 2 years. Him and Jamil Hackett.
Mm,
Jalil
damn.
Hackett. Oh, yeah, damn. That's another
Yeah,
guy that fucked around, got dropped from Matchroom, man. Khalil Coe gonna be fine. And I don't want to say that. I don't want to keep saying it because you can speak shit into existence. I don't want to speak nothing negative over that brother life, but
Right.
he gonna fuck around and get dropped, bro.
What's going on with him? Like I ain't
who
hear
that
nothing.
Hackett?
Jahil,
No,
yeah.
no, no. But shit, Hackett already got dropped. I'm talking about Khalil Coe. He gonna fuck around and get dropped,
Oh
bro.
yeah, I ain't even gave my opinions yet, but what y'all thought about Israel though? Like, what y'all thought about him? You know what I'm
Rusty. He rusty.
I never liked that nigga, but I mean, coming off of,
saying?
you know, like coming off of injuries and shit like that, I understand they just wanted to give him a soft touch, something to get him back in the win column. I was hearing during the broadcast they was talking about, if the Virgil Ortiz shit don't go through and the champions don't fight Boots, he on the short list to fight Boots. If they want him to come back and be able to continue to fight,
Mm-mm.
they gonna leave him. They gonna leave Boots the fuck alone.
Yeah,
I don't
dog.
like how Robert Garcia just be posy. Like that shit
Shout out,
got me
shout out
hot.
Robert Garcia. Hey,
Like
hey,
that
hey, we
shit
get
got
credit
me
where it's due
hot,
around
bro.
here. Hey, we get credit where it's due around
I
here.
know,
Shout out
bro,
Robert
but the real
Garcia.
fight is fucking Boots and Virgil, man.
Man, I
Yeah, yeah,
don't want to.
yeah, yeah,
But you know what? I've been
Damn.
telling Clip, and you know I'm not lying, bro. I've been saying out the gate, like I don't want to see that fight. Like I really don't. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you what, I feel like
What fight? What fight?
Virgil versus Boots. I don't want
Why?
to see that shit because I feel like for one, at this point on some real nigga shit, I don't even feel like I feel like the way they tried to play Boots. Like if Boots said I wouldn't even entertain that shit, I wouldn't even. And niggas, niggas will probably try to say he ducking or whatever, but like. Bruh, Virgil don't deserve that shit for real, for real. He ducked at 147. And I've been saying this shit for a long time. He ducked
yeah.
Staniotis, he ducked Boots. He went up to 154. He faked his fucking heart attack. And now you can't run nowhere. You're back against the wall. And now it's like, all right, y'all don't really, they really tried to push this narrative that Boots was ducking him. And a lot of people fell for
Yeah.
that shit in the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's certain niggas like Clip, me, Sense, I'm sure you had to battle against brothers like Darren Collins. And shout out to Darren, but you know what I'm saying? If you on YouTube, Darren was damn near like a Boots hater. You know what I'm saying? So these niggas was
Yeah,
foaming from the yeah.
even he done seen the light now. He backing
Yeah.
Boots against Virgil now. That's how you know it's bad.
Come on, dog. So you know what I'm saying? But I remember in the heat of this shit when niggas was I'm like, bro, on the eye test, like how is y'all denying Boots on the eye test? That just lets you know how far left niggas be in the world. You know what I'm saying? When niggas got that gift and that talent, you know what I mean? It just is what it is, bro. Like
Right.
the media kind of distorts a lot of that shit. So I feel like personally at that time, before Boots really transitioned to 154, they were still like dropping salt on him. The man won a lineal belt. Like this
Yeah.
nigga Virgil ain't got shit resume wise. You know what I'm saying? And he
Right.
could have really left 147, but it was like, why leave 147? Because I really feel like Boots is more on some legacy shit, which a lot of boxers, that shit is hard to accomplish. It's one to have the skill set, but to have the accolades and lead a sport like how Floyd did, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like fighters in Boots' age range, you know what I'm saying, the Shakurs and all those type of guys, kind of have like that understanding like that's possible now, being that Floyd
Yeah.
already kind of set the precedence for it. So for a lot of imagine how that shit could have discouraged a brother like Boosie if he didn't have the support in a sport of boxing that's so lonely. You know what I'm saying? When you're really doing this shit, and you really go to these gyms and you just even from an observation level, you can see like the dedication and the willpower you gotta have. So for niggas to
Right.
try to play on bruh top with this Virgil shit, this nigga who's stationary as fuck, you know what I'm saying, who really ducked at 147, faked his heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. So if Boots really didn't want to fight him and just said tomorrow, like, bro, fuck him. Like, they really tried me. Niggas shouldn't have no problem with it because Terrence Crawford did the same thing when it came to Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman because they tried to
Right.
not give him an opportunity or downplay his talent and his skill set because they really ain't want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Virgil don't want to fight that man. How the fuck you talking about you want to fight Madonna and shit? I
Right.
mean, my bad. Errol Spence. Errol
Spence.
Spence is your dream fight now. Like, nigga, cut it out, bro. So for me, and to be honest,
Right.
it's gonna be the same shit that we already been seeing from Boots. I actually want to see Boots fight somebody who's who has mobility, who can really give him a challenge. And to me, that would have been Bud. Simple as
Right.
that. You
There
know.
you
My thing
go.
is, I like that we getting basically three of the four titles at the weight that he at is getting defended next week. So I want to see how that
Mm,
shake out. I don't give a fuck what champ it is, but I want him chip chasing. I've been said that I never really wanted Virgil as the fight, but Virgil talks so much that it just gotta happen. You can't keep saying my name and then when I show up, you go quiet. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They was saying before the fight, oh, I don't want him to show up, this and that. Then he show up, get in the ring, like I said, point all in your face, say he gonna make you pay. Now you want Spence. You ain't say that before, so why you saying that now? Oh, well,
Right.
your dad said this. Well, why you talking about yesterday? Nigga, today I'm here. Nigga, and I caught a flight to be here. So what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
But it is what it is, though.
Clip, the nigga pulled up with the Ray Charles glasses on front row. Like, bro, like,
Word.
nigga, the YouTube comments was, bro, pushing this narrative so hard for a minute, bro. How this man been ducking. You know what I'm saying? The man pull up at your shit and getting that bitch on some Devo shit, and now niggas acting like they don't know what's going on. Like, time will tell. You know what I'm saying? It's all patience is the best weapon, bro. And I feel like Boots got everything in this corner to really just focus on legacy, bro. Like take his time, be patient. He got his father in this corner. They come from a history, a city that got history. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Mm-hmm.
accolades when it comes to the sport, so he ain't got to rush and do shit. But he gonna clear
Yeah.
154 out. Everything he finna do at 154, he was gonna do at 147. He had to be there longer, and they knew what was going on. And just imagine when Terrence Crawford came to 147 and niggas weren't trying to give him the opportunity. Just imagine what Boots. Boots is what 10 years younger than Crawford. It's a
Yeah.
young man sport. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, dog. Like, and that style that Virgil has to me, bro. I don't see it going past the third round. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Nah, he
And
gonna break
just
him down.
yeah, just off the strength of him talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want Boots. I don't want Boots to knock him out. I want Boots to just break him down round after round,
mm,
slowly. Like
Yeah,
play.
that's what's
Like
gonna happen.
I want you to play with your food. Like I don't want to finish you yet. I could been finish
Nah,
you
we
like
don't play
four
with the
rounds.
food.
Like not really play, but like you know what I'm saying.
I get what you saying
Like
though. Yeah.
slow grill him. You know what I'm saying? Like slow grill him. You feel me? But Boots got this. Boots. I think Boots got the whole Philly behind him, dog. Like I fuck with that shit. Like Boots got the whole Philly. And I tell niggas all the time, Boots remind me of Kawhi Leonard, bro. He don't say too much.
Right.
He quiet, but when it's time, he just gonna
He
show
a
up.
killer.
You know what
He
I'm
a
saying?
killer.
So it's like I never thought Boots was ducking, but my thing is Boots been calling out Errol and Crawford. So if I'm trying to fight these niggas, who the fuck is Virgil?
Right.
You
Come
know what I'm
on,
saying? Who is
dog.
Yeah.
Virgil? Like I'm calling out the niggas who really run 147, right? But I'm been calling these niggas out. So who is
Mm-hmm.
you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shit on Virgil. Do I think Virgil's a good fighter? Yes. Do I feel like Virgil and Boots will be a good fight? Yes. But do I feel like Boots gonna win? Of course, because Virgil is a one trick pony, bro. If
I
Boots
just don't
stay out,
like I just don't like the game that the media play because when Boost
Yeah,
was down
man.
there at 150, I mean when Boost was down there at 147, it was oh, he should move up and fight him. Oh, he's ducking him.
Right.
This and that. This is a fight that was supposed to be made at 147. He can't make 147 anymore for real anyway. He needs to move up. Now's the time. Now he up there. They both got interim championships. They both just got early knockouts. And now, oh, it's not ready. We need a belt on the line. So when this nigga he wasn't even unified or lineal at 147 at the time. He was only IBF
Right.
champ. So when he was IBF champ, it was time for him to move up and fighting when Bull had just got a interim off of Boachuk that he shouldn't have had because he really got punched on the loss.
mm-hmm.
Right.
It was time then. It was time then. But now he still got that WBC interim. Boots came up and now got a WBA interim, and now we need real titles on the line. You see how they be wishy washy with this shit?
I hate it.
And Virgil really fed into the narrative too, though. Like, let's just be real. Like, he started kind of like getting on this little trip with the shit. So it's just like, bro, like, dog, this is the like a example of a motherfucker who popping shit on social media, and then you catch his ass at the corner store, and it's like, yeah, I beat your ass. I'm finna beat your ass. Now, nigga ain't got that same type of, you know what I'm saying, that mindset that he had. You know what I mean, over the internet.
Yeah.
Like it's literally that, bro. The nigga pulled up. Like, what are we
Now nigga
talking
want to
about?
talk it out. Now nigga want to talk it out and shit. He start talking
Fuck
about no,
Virgil,
your
man.
dad's the one. Your dad's the one that said something first. Bully don't even fucking do interviews. So how the fuck he say something?
Come on, man. And shout out to Greg, man, the big
Yeah,
homie, man. Greg, you did a great job yesterday, bro. Like
for
everything you
sure.
was saying. I'm glad they gave my man's camera time too. Like I'm like they was like, yeah, they definitely that shit felt like
Greg,
Friday night fights type shit. But nah, like everything
He
you
was
was
talking
saying.
that shit.
Man, we was here at the house watching this shit, and we was like, "Damn, bro, telling them everything correct, bro." And yeah, I felt like with Jesse, I think if Jesse had he had the reach, he had the height, he would have used that jab more. You know what I'm saying? Like establish that distance with the jab and make him respect that shit. Because Khalil Coe was trash. I'm gonna just keep it a being. I'm from Jersey, but that performance he put on yesterday, like that
Yeah,
shit was trash. I don't want to really get into the robbery narrative so much, even though I feel like it was. But
mm,
just far as like when we talk about talent and skill set and what Greg was telling them, I really feel like if Jesse would have just used the jab more, bro, and a lot of boxers don't stay consistent with that shit 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But I think Jesse, to me, he did enough to pull it off because Khalil Coe was talking all this shit. You came in overweight, and the
right,
performance wise, skill set wise, I didn't see this shit. And shout out to Real, but I heard what Real was saying, and I just that shit wasn't adding up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think Jesse really deserved to win that shit, and it's just crazy, bro, to see. You know what I'm saying? How the I don't know if it's the politics or what the fuck it is, but I felt like it should have been more pressure on Khalil Coe. You know what I'm saying, for coming overweight, and you know what I'm saying he's younger. So they were saying if it's a young man's
Yeah,
game, show us. You know,
man. All I know, man, I'm gonna call a spade a fucking spade, nigga. It was a robbery, bro. It was a robbery. The
right.
6 round in a 10 round fight, you got to win six. He clean sweep 4 rounds, the first 4 rounds, and then he won 9 and 10 to me. Like I done said 2 times, I'm not a mathematician, but that's 6 fucking rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like he won,
No, that's
bro.
facts.
He
That's
won.
facts.
It is what it is. I understand. Khalil Cole's the house fighter. It's a lot invested in him. He already took a loss, and he already have a draw on his record, and it's not the first time he missed weight. That's just
hey,
the politics of boxing at play, bro.
Yeah.
We saw what happened. And G called it. He said, bro, they not gonna give it to us. You gotta fucking take it. It is what it is, bro. We all
And
know what happened.
he definitely was looking for the shot too that Greg was telling him Jesse in the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
but I think it's crazy as far as me looking at Khalil Cole. It's almost on some shit like you get to see a lot of these brothers like I don't know would it be the ego or what get the best of them because it's just like bro you taking your career for a joke like you know what I'm saying like
Hmm.
you gotta really and it was an opportunity for on both sides you know what I'm saying for Jesse and Khalil Cole and I
That
feel
was
like
a
Jesse edged it out to me more but
yeah, that shit definitely was a heist hero, bro. Listen, I don't know who in Vegas in charge of making the odds. They had them fucked up, bro. Listen, yeah, they had Jesse for decision at plus 2,000. Nigga, what?
damn
I put a 50 ball on that shit, bro. I was supposed to make a band. Them niggas robbed me too.
yeah
I don't.
and fuck the commentators them niggas was talking crazy.
No, but after the fight, they was saying the same thing we was saying. They like, no, how did Khalil Cole they felt like Khalil Cole lost.
Where the fuck 94 came from though?
I,
I
I
don't.
don't
I
know,
don't
bro.
understand it. Like, what rounds did Khalil Cole win?
Bro, he
What round?
Jay,
Like no bias. Like what rounds? Let's go by rounds. The first 3 rounds I give it a heart. First 4 rounds I give it a heart.
I
But
really don't have Khalil Cole with no rounds, bro. I ain't gonna
is it a solid sweep?
based off of him being younger and the shit he was talking in my from nigga from around the way talk. Hell yeah, like what the fuck, like that. I don't
Hmm.
remember him doing really nothing much of nothing. Like when we go from that fight to Cruz versus Muratalla, like that was a higher intense fight. Like if we just judging it, we take all biases aside and we just looking at talent and skill set and which fighter is being more active or you know what I mean? Like I didn't see that shit in Khalil Cole. Like all the shit that a nigga would have told me before this fight, I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, like
Man,
I,
I ain't
I
gonna
feel like
lie. I
he didn't
scored
live
that shit
up.
7-3. I scored
Yeah, I
that
see
shit seven
somebody
three,
in the
bro.
chat. I agree with 7-3.
Definitely,
They,
JB.
I agree with 7-3. Somebody in the
That's
chat
how
just
I
said
had it. I got
seven
my
three.
scorecard up too. I tell y'all which rounds if y'all need me. Shit.
Give me the
I
middle
know
rounds.
exactly
Give me the middle
the
rounds.
middle rounds. All right, I had Jesse winning. I had Jesse winning 4 and 5.
All
I
right.
had Khalil 6, 7, and 8, and then Jesse cleaned up. He only won when Jesse got tired, bro.
Okay.
Like literally, that's
yeah,
all he
fact,
got, bro. Literally, that's all he got.
But
I had Jesse clean sweep the first 5 and won the last 2.
fact.
the rounds that Cole won, was it hard for you to pick Cole?
Fuck no.
Okay.
It was clear because Jesse was tired. You know, Jesse was kind of falling over the place, but it kind of surprised me when he came back out in 9. I kind of was like, damn, was he really that tired or was the nigga playing possum? Because he came out with some good energy, good
Yeah,
waves in the
facts.
ninth. I'm like, oh, like was this some mental trick he trying to play on this nigga, like the lull him to sleep? I don't know, but if not, he caught that veteran second win. And he should have walked away with that dub, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact nobody's gonna say I'm a biased Philly nigga because everybody's saying the same shit. Usually when
Right,
it's a robbery, niggas be like, no, because I saw it this way and I saw it this way. Like I said, bro, I've been on several social media posts, and when you 20, 30 comments in and everybody saying the same shit, come on now.
right.
Come on
Hey,
now.
but look, that's why I was saying that's the only reason why I said I wasn't gonna go with the robbery narrative because it was so easy to do. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't even feel right. But I would say to Jesse though, like, and it's easier said than done, bro, because I done been in there sparring. I ain't pro or nothing like that. But just far as like when your coach telling you certain shit, that shit can definitely go out the window. But it just go to show how much in this sport right now in the history that we've had, like how much more of a student niggas need to be. You know what I'm saying? And how much you really got to listen
Word.
to your coaches, bro. Especially when you got a nigga like Greg, Bosey, certain niggas. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Ronnie Shields, great coaches. You know what I'm saying? A nigga try to downplay Greg because of whatever, but bro, certain niggas just got the IQ for this shit, bro. And if you just execute, because everything, bro, literally was telling Jesse, I'm like, bro, if he do that shit, he gonna get him out of there, and that's what a lot of people didn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? So I wish Jesse would have, you know what I'm saying, capitalized. But like I said, I understand too. Like you can go in that bitch
Right.
and hear that shit, but when you in there and you tired, you getting gassed, fatigued a little bit, that shit can kind of go one end out the other. So it was interesting
Yeah.
to see, you know.
It was just
No, no bullshit.
it was just crazy. I think that nigga Greg related to that so Raven, bro. Cause that nigga said it was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I remember when niggas was saying Greg hating on the Normans. Every podcast I went OG, he
Mhm.
hating on. But I'm like, he wasn't hating. He just saw what Norman couldn't do and what he had to work on, and it showed in the Devin Haney fight.
Yeah.
And in this fight, I liked how the TV time pointed directly to Greg, and I'm listening to him. He said, if he rush you, use your uppercuts. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If he trying to break your jab, he gonna wait till you get tired, and he gonna try to rush you. He getting
Right.
aggressive. Everything Greg said, that nigga Khalil Cole did, bro. And I'm like, bro, if people was watching this fight who was hating on Greg before and actually listened to what he was giving instruction to, you had no
Right.
choice but to get a nigga his flowers, bro. Fuck the record at the end of the day, bro. The nigga know
Facts.
boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have never heard Greg come on here and bash nobody, no boxer. He'll tell you what it is, what you got to work on, what he not good at. He'll tell you the real. He'll
Right.
tell you the real. I ain't gonna
No,
bullshit.
they trying to skip Bayless, my brother, but my brother really done been in this shit. So you know what I'm saying? It's different. Nigga, like Skip Bayless ain't dribble no basketball for real and put up no real points. Greg done been in this shit.
Hey,
So nigga
this
know how I
nigga,
feel to take, you know.
yeah, this nigga G was calling shit before it happened. He is indeed a
That's
spirit, gang. Fuck are
crazy
you
to
talking
me,
about?
bro. That's crazy to me. Like I'm
Word.
sitting there, I'm like, bro, wait, Greg, you sure he gonna rush him? Cause he looking kind of timid. And that nigga rush him and put Jesse on his back. I said, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, what's going on, man?
Nah, when he said it, like I said, it was in between round 2 and 3. I was like, he definitely gonna get desperate and start trying to do some
Right,
extra shit. I was
right.
like, I don't know if it's gonna be this round, but if it's
Yeah,
not this round, it's gonna definitely be in the fourth round. And lo and behold, it happened that round. I said, God damn.
that's G gonna get, like I said, bro. He gonna get him one. You feel me?
Hey,
Politics,
but
bro.
salute to Jesse too though, cause
Facts.
Jesse
Word.
didn't have. Jesse didn't have to take the fight. The nigga came in 6.8 over pound. He could have easily said, you know what, fuck that shit. Look, I got the leverage now. Like shit, let's move on to the next thing. Shit, I'm 36.
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36. They
Right.
already count me out. We know the politics of the sport. Let's me and Greg elevate on a different direction, right? You know what I'm saying? And he could have did that, but he took the challenge. You know what I'm saying? And shit, it was what it was. And to me, I wish it would have played in his favor because he could have easily, like I said, you know what I'm saying, not with that shit and been like, all right, cool. But just the dog in him, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to put on the sport. And he had he had the right person in his corner and you know what I'm saying, got the skill set to where he could have definitely pulled it off. I just think he got a little fatigued, for real, for real. And I think I seen more like, for me, I paid attention more to his legs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The rounds, like, they were giving out. But like you said, like he kind of came back. And it was like
And
that 36-year-old, like that OG scrum kind of came back in where it was kind of looking like he was playing possum. And I'm like, damn, I hope he pull it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, get this nigga out of here. You know?
You know what I noticed in boxing since I started watching boxing? I have noticed that pressure and missed punches win you fight sometimes.
Mhm.
That shit
what you
crazy to
mean? But
me.
what you mean by
Like
that?
like somebody could be okay if you fighting a boxer, right? Let's just say you
Yeah.
fight somebody who's just a truly boxer, and the other person is like a pressure fighter, power puncher, whatever. Sometimes the person who's pressuring you throughout the whole fight and even missing punches and not on target, for some strange reason, sometimes they win those fights. I don't get that sometimes. I don't understand that. Sometimes I guess the judges taking fact of the person who's pressuring the other person, even if they're missing or not landing the punches that could affect the other boxer. If you get what I'm saying.
Bro, a lot of these judges don't know what the fuck they be watching. Like I honestly, I sit at home and I question myself. I'm like, do these like when they're not working, when they're not judging fights, do they actually watch boxing? Like, cause you could be like, oh, this is his 75th fight championship fight judging. I'm like, okay, nigga, but is this your 75th fight that you watched? Cause
Right.
that's what the fuck it be seeming like. Like, bro, like, do you watch this shit? Do you really watch this shit? You
You
know
know
what I
what,
feel
Clip?
like they need to do? I feel like you know how in basketball and football, when some of the top guys retire, they become analysts.
Right. Right.
They need to
Right.
get some of these guys to be fucking coaches because at least they know what they see.
Right. Yeah.
We could
You
get
know what?
Shannon Sharp break down the game. We could get Michael Irvin break down the game. Richard Sherman. We can
Right.
get fucking even Kendrick Perkins. What the fuck? Nobody really fuck with Perk, but he's an analyst now.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, get some of them.
I stopped
We need
watching
more
that.
transparency in this shit. We actually, bruh, the politics and the fuck shit that been going on in this sport since I've been watching it since the '90s. I'm talking about since
Hmm.
ordering this shit when my pay-per-view when Mike was getting niggas out of there in 20 seconds. Like we need to see who these judges are. Like you saying, like with the have you watched 75 fights or have you been doing this shit for 75 years? Nigga, like we need to hold these motherfuckers accountable. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I feel like the way that the game could transition to in new times in this new era, because I watch a lot of the old shit still. You know what I'm saying? To seeing, how a lot of the fighters got done wrong back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To now, like I think for transparency purposes, we need to be able to see these judges. Why not? Like we can see the ref. So if the ref fuck around and make a missed call, like guess what? You know what I'm saying? Look at this shit with Tank. Well, niggas ain't really highlight the ref in that, but that could have been a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tank took the knee, you know what I'm saying? That could have really been a big deal in the sports world of boxing, but it wasn't. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It was talked about, but it wasn't nothing where niggas really just held that shit against Tank for real, for real. So I think when it comes to
Right.
these judges, bro, we need to be able to see who they is. You know what I'm saying? Like you said with the analysts, and hold them accountable. You know what I mean for the shit? Because that what was that 10-18? I think that was an Andy Cruz fight.
Yeah,
Was that
118,
Don't
110, bro.
even
Ain't
get
no
me
way.
started,
like? Come
bro.
Ain't
on,
no
bro.
way. That mean that mean Andy only won 2 rounds. What the fuck was you watching that Andy only won 2 rounds?
Come on, dog.
Because a 120, 108 is a clean sweep. So a 118, 110 mean he won 2 rounds. How? Where? What the fuck was you watching?
Facts.
I don't
And they said, I
understand
think
it.
that was a nigga named Tim Cheatham. Like it's in his name. Like it's literally his name. Like Tim North Cheatham. Like you mean? It's literally his
Yo,
name. Shit is
Yo,
different, bro. Shit is wild, bro. Like,
What y'all think
I
Andy could have done
honestly,
differently?
what way you saying, Jay?
Like what you feel like if not saying Bozy gave him wrong instructions. I don't want nobody to get, you know what I'm saying, get it
it's
twisted.
cool, nigga. Say what
But
you say.
what you felt like the way, oh, all right, let me start over.
Yeah,
Based
you
on the
gonna talk your
fight,
shit how you talk your shit.
before the fight, how y'all thought the fight was supposed to play out?
Ooh,
I thought Andy was gonna use his feet a little bit more boxing.
right,
I know Muratalla was gonna come in with the pressure. I thought he was gonna run him in the shots more. I think Andy would have did better if he would have just. I think at certain points he forgot his jab, cause that jab was stinging the shit out of Muratalla all night.
right,
Like even though
Right.
Muratalla win, if you look at him, this nigga got raccoon eyes today.
right.
He fucked up both his eyes. He should have just stuck to his jab a little bit more. And interestingly enough, Mortaya had more trouble getting his shit off on Andy when Andy went southpaw. The thing is, Andy never stayed in southpaw too long because
Right.
Andy's more effective as an orthodox fighter.
You think Andy
So
switched too much that fight?
no, I don't think he switched too much. It's one of them things, man. It was a good fight. Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. All I know is people gotta stop questioning Andy because even in defeat, you saw the levels.
Yeah,
People talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
he only had six
Right.
fights going into that shit. So if you only had six fights going into this shit, and he supposed to be the guy that was built on that top rank diet and supposed to be this this next guy and all that, and it was that razor thin, that show Andy level. But see, people can't peep
Right.
shit when somebody lose. They forget everything in the laws, just like they forget everything that happened before a nigga get a knockout.
Facts.
And you
Andy showed his level in that shit, bro.
to me, this was a great loss for Andy. To be honest, like, man, it's perfect timing because he's early in his career. This was definitely clearly a step up fight, like you said. For the people who really love boxing, who watching this shit and seeing what's going on, like it's clear to see.
Hmm.
Like six fight. It's kind of like how Matchroom was with Terrence Crawford. So to me, it just shows that Andy Cruz was moving in the right direction. Now I'm gonna keep it real too. I felt like Andy be playing. He be playing too much sometimes. Like
Mm.
and he kind of, and you could see it, like when he was raising his hands and shit. After, man, nigga, put your hands down. Like, what is we doing? Like, this is a huge opportunity for you right now. You know what I'm saying? You
You
got
want to say
Bozy in your
he
corner.
wasn't too focused. He got to lock in.
Bro, in the pocket, he should have stayed in the. See, this is why I fuck with Shakur. And niggas sleeping on Shakur, but Shakur gonna show it with Teofimo. Bro, in the pocket, like Terrence Crawford, Shakur, who else? Damn, I can't think. I'm smoking the gas right now. But saying that to say, like certain niggas, like Floyd, I could use Floyd, but I didn't want to throw Floyd in there. But James Tony, Purnell was very mobile. Boots. Like it's
Yeah.
certain niggas that's dominant, and Bam Rodriguez is another. My bad, y'all. In real time, this shit coming out my mind. But certain niggas have mastered
Right.
that in the pocket shit to where they don't have to move as much. See, Andy to me and the amateurs really had that Cuban style. Of course, he's Cuban, so he's rigging
Yeah.
out certain people like him move around a lot more. He was moving too much. Murtala wants to bang. You know what I'm saying? So he should have stayed in there. To me, that jab that Clip was saying that he established pretty early, like that shit was stinging his ass. To me, he was definitely throwing combinations, but he wasn't standing in the pocket long enough to really make that shit either stand out in the round or to, like, you know what I'm saying, really make Murtala respect him. You know what I'm saying? And to me, in the fifth, between like the fifth and the seventh round, I felt like Murtala started kind of slowing down a little bit, and Andy was showing that he wasn't aggressive as much as I wanted him to be. It's pretty much what I'm saying, especially with the opportunity at hand. It's like, bro, you could have became a world champ, which would have lined up, which what you was already doing in the amateurs. This your sixth fight. You know what I'm saying? So he could have really did a lot in that fight if he would have really pulled it out. But I don't feel like he was aggressive enough, and he got all the tools to where he could have really separated himself. But if you look at
Yeah.
Matilla's face right now, it shows the potential that Andy Cruz got in the sport for sure.
I see why
For sure.
Keyshawn. I see why Keyshawn don't want to fight Andy.
Yeah, did you see Keyshawn on the
Yeah,
gram after he got the
yeah,
belt? Talking about, yeah, belt. Like, nigga, you didn't do it though.
Man,
You
yeah,
didn't do it though.
yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
You let somebody else did your dirty job. I ain't.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's crazy. He need to focus up and worry about next Saturday. Nigga, you worrying about that nigga losing.
man.
Hey, nigga, focus up,
Mama's
bro.
a bitch.
Make sure you get the dub. That's what the
Hey,
fuck you worry
hey,
about.
can we dissect him for a minute since we talking about is this nigga going Britney Spears or is it a narrative in boxing to where all right maybe he had because he signed with Jay Prince now let him tell it and he got a new team because and this the thing right and this is why I want to dissect it you know with everybody on here because it's like part of me, I might be biased. I'm pro black nigga. I love black fighters, so I'm always gonna go for the black fighter. But I be critiquing shit from a realistic standpoint too, because I love the sport and I know how much it take to dedicate to this shit. So you know what I'm saying? It's like when you look at Keyshawn, it's like with the last fight, he was really talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? To where it was like, all right, he had everything in this corner from far as him being at home. Nigga, you in Virginia and Norfolk. This is Pernell Whitaker legacy you carrying on as a new generation of fighter. So it's like, all right, you talking all this shit, you gonna deliver, you gonna do this and that and the third, and you fuck it up. And now he's still doing the same shit now. So it's like for people who ain't really paying attention to the sport, they could easily go into like, all right, the Keyshawn narrative. But is it really the Keyshawn narrative or is it really the talent? And I think Jermaine Ortiz, for me, is gonna expose Keyshawn for real, for real. I think Keyshawn went Britney Spears. I think this nigga done lost his mind.
I ain't gonna
He talking
lie.
about he drinking and shit.
God bless him, bro. That's all I could say. God bless him, bro. That's all I could say. He talking too much, bro. He talking too much, bro. And I haven't seen Jermaine Ortiz came. Jermaine Ortiz working right now. That nigga working, and I'm really ready to see that fight because I feel like a lot of people sleeping on Jermaine Ortiz, and I feel like when Keyshawn said he gonna knock him out, I just want to see it. I want to see what type of Keyshawn I see, and I want to see if I see a Jermaine Ortiz who gonna let his hands go because I feel like he moves, but I want to see if he's gonna let his hands go. But I want to see what type of Keyshawn, yeah, I'm saying you're going to see. I want to see how he's gonna operate at the press conference. I want to see how he's gonna operate at the weigh-in. I want to see if he probably gonna even make weight.
Hey,
I,
but let me ask you, Jay. Do you think by him being I look at Keyshawn is very unpredictable right now. You know, like everything what you saying, I feel like you don't know which way he gonna come. Do you feel like that makes him more of a threat?
I, bro, I don't know. I can't even say I don't know. First of all, I don't care what nobody say. I think he ran from De Los Santos. I think he didn't want that
Mm,
fight. I really didn't think he want. He saw that Shakur, you know, him and Shakur, De Los Santos Shakur. He saw that shit ended, and he knew De Los Santos was gonna take his head off. He knew that because De Los Santos could punch. You know what I'm saying? You were
but
on weight, and all of a sudden you start drinking all this other shit, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Tego said it one time. It's so much times you could use that mental health as scapegoat shit. I'm sorry. I'm just being real.
facts,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? So I don't know. Like I wish him the best. That's what I'm saying. Like if he is going through something mentally, I wish him the best. But at the end of the day, Cruz lost, but you didn't do it. You can't talk shit on you only could talk shit if you did it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, this shit is crazy to me. Because to this day, I will still put money on Cruz beating Keyshawn. I would still put money on it.
Yeah,
For the nigga
I
to only
agree.
have 6 fights, and what I didn't like, Raymond Muratalla was like, "Oh, no draw, easy fight." It wasn't an easy fight for you. It
No,
was not
yeah.
an easy fight for you.
Yeah, hell
Look at
no.
your
That nigga
eyes.
start lying. Nigga
That's what
start
I'm saying. Look
lying.
at your eyes, bro. You couldn't just run in there on Andy. Andy was moving, Andy was boxing, but like I told Clip earlier, I said I think Andy is a 130 fighter. I think
Yeah.
Hmm.
Andy's a 130. I think Andy. I don't care what nobody said because earlier I said I think Andy could beat Shakur, and I think Andy could beat Abdullah Mason. But Abdullah's more bigger than Andy. Now I'm questioning because I looked at his physique, his frame. Andy's probably just a natural 130 fighter who probably just want to fight at 135. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey,
he's a natural 130.
who was that?
Hmm.
Damn, who was that? He knocked out.
Who, Anthony Moran?
No, no, yeah, that might, yeah. To me, how he fought in that fight was how he was supposed to fight yesterday. Like he needed to sit down more, bro. Like, cause I think when you put Abdullah versus Andy Cruz, I would give it to Andy Cruz for sure. But I think the power, if we talking about power, I think Abdullah's more of an aggressive. in that aspect. So it
Yeah.
would definitely make for a great fight.
I think Andy didn't stay there that long because I think Muay was a little faster than he expected. Like like
Right,
even like the last week, 2 weeks, when people been talking about it, like anybody seen my comment and bang shit and G shit, I've been saying Andy too fast for him. Andy too fast for him. Now Andy was faster than him, but I think he
word,
was a lot quicker than Andy expected.
word,
Cause when he would throw some shit, like sometimes Muay would. You know what I'm saying? Take a little steam off the punches and let the combinations fly and shit. He wasn't landing with that shit, but it's like, oh, like that shit was coming a little faster, and he didn't want to
word,
be there to get caught with that shit. So I
word.
think that played a factor too.
For somebody to say it wasn't a draw, it was an easy fight. Bro, you got Sting in the first round. How, if it's such an easy fight, you shouldn't have your face fucked up like that.
Who
After
the fuck
that,
said it was an easy fight? Who's
Mortella
saying
said
that
More
shit?
that.
time.
He said he was like, no doubt,
Oh
easy
no,
fight, easy win. I swear to God. I
nah,
said,
bro.
oh shit.
But to tell you the truth, at the end of the fight, I felt like they really had already told him he won. Cause like, and then he was already in his hometown. But that's just me paying attention to shit and watching certain little shit. But I do think he
Nah,
was.
that's a fact. I think that played into it too because early in the fight he wasn't even doing shit, and every time he threw something, niggas start cheering. I'm like, why the fuck is they acting like that? But then I had to
Right.
realize, I'm like, oh, they be out in Vegas. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
he and
forgot.
his. Yeah, that's his home. That he had the hometown advantage for sure. So you know, but that's even more of a reason for Andy Cruz, and he's not just him, but boxers to understand when you going on another nigga turf. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta. That's what Bozy was telling him. Like, bro, you in his spot. Like, nigga, you gotta go ahead and make this. You gotta separate yourself, and that shit is real, bro. Like, you gotta separate yourself. You know what I mean? So
So
that's why I
which,
kind of wish Andy would have turned up a little bit more.
For
so what
somebody
y'all
to
think
be
should be
like,
next for Andy though?
Mm.
um, oh man,
I think he should stay at 135. Like, I feel like
Mm,
this was a good. This to me, it's almost like if he plays, if they line him up with the right matches, it's gonna be like you'll fuck around forgot that he lost. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, and not to discredit Murtala either, I unexpected Murtala in certain aspects. I didn't think he was that quick. So everything you saying, clip bars, as what Andy could have possibly seen, I seen that too. I think Murtala is a pretty good fighter too at 135, and I do think I
yeah,
remember him being at 140 once upon a time, wasn't it, or some shit like that.
I don't
I
know,
think
but I
he,
know he planned on going up to 140. He ain't even
I
want this
think
fight
he
originally.
Yeah, I think he came down. I think he was. I think he went up and tried up a little bit. I think he went up 140 and then came back down or something like
Okay,
that.
I
But
want
I
to.
could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But I think Andy should stay at 135. If he go to 130, he gonna wipe that shit out. But if he stay
Yeah,
at
but
135, I think he'll keep 135 the division on his toes because bruh definitely performed pretty good. I just see certain
yeah,
shit that I felt like he could execute to really for the accolades and shit to put himself in the history. You know what I mean?
who? Let's just say he goes to 130. Who are the belt holders at 130? I know Shot got one.
you got Shockey with the WBC. You got Navarrete with the WBO. You got
Okay.
Sugar
Mhm.
Nunez with the IBF. And who the fuck got the WBA? Jazza Dickens got the WBA. But Sugar Nunez and Navarrete about to unify next month on February 28th or some shit, I think.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So if Sugar Nunez win, that's an in-house fight at Matchroom and shit. So, I
I
mean,
would.
hey.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want to see Andy at 130, and I'm not saying it because he lose at 135, but I just feel like he just look little at 130, 135.
I mean, but
I ain't.
we done seen guys who a little small for the weight. I think he could do either or
He
because
could.
just
Yeah,
because he lost
yeah,
last night, like shit,
yeah.
Loma lost in his first title shot too, and then we
But it
saw he
wasn't a
started
bad.
smoking shit.
It wasn't a bad loss though. Like that shit
No, no,
was
it
a
wasn't
tight.
absolutely.
It was a tight ass fight, bro. And to me, the pressure more on Mortala because Mortala was at 130 at 135. Like
You
you
know
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
say? You know what I say? If we do get this Boots and Virgil shit, let Andy Cruz fight Williams and Payton.
He gonna beat the fuck out of him.
He gonna
He might
slide a
knock him out.
profile on that nigga. He gonna
Yeah, he
slide
might
a
knock him
profile on
out.
that
That's a
nigga like Ric
good
Flair back in the day.
fight.
Yeah,
But for 6 fights, Andy looked sharp.
I'm
man,
telling
that's
you.
what I'm
For
saying.
6 fights, you would think this probably his 15th or 16th fight. Like the nigga look The nigga looks sharp. Like I agree with you on Carbon. I just want Andy to lock in more. I understand you like the
Right,
salsa, you like to dance around, cool, have fun. But in the
Hmm.
ring, lock in and focus and sit down
right.
more on your. You feel me? That's all. But Zepeda next.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. You know
And
what? I wish.
it's a common opponent with Tevin Farmer. It's a common opponent with
Mm,
Keyshawn. Why
yeah,
not?
yeah.
Why
How y'all
not?
feel about Raymond Muratalla performance?
I feel like he did good, man. He showed improve.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So people can feel like the fight could have went either way. People feel like it definitely wasn't a 118, 110. But I feel like he earned the win last night. He earned the win. I'm interested in seeing what he do next.
So let's speculate real quick. Let's just say Shakur wins.
Hmm.
Him versus Shakur, is that a 60-40 fight? Or is that fight as easy as you
No.
think it will go?
I think Cora still beat him. I don't know if it'll be easy, but I can see it being a 9-3 for sure. But Cora said he going back down to 135. He said he don't plan on sticking around at 140. Cora said he going back to 135, and Mortaya say he trying to go up to 140. So I don't know
So
how
he
that shit
gonna
gonna work,
vacate the
but
IBF belt.
that sound like the plan. That's what he was trying to do anyway. He didn't want the Cruz fight.
I'm gonna say. I don't think Murtala will be able to really hit Shakur for real. And I think Shakur is such a student that he'll disarm him in that aspect. Even if he got Murtala would thrive in that area, Shakur gonna take that shit away from him, bro. He ain't gonna be able to fuck with. Like I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna be able to connect with him at certain points of the fight, but Shakur
Right.
beat a nigga on the scorecard easily and laugh about it. He'll be cool with that shit. He did it to Oscar Valdez. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And he ran around the ring and was celebrating. Shakur is cool with just getting the dub. So I think he'll just, from a defense perspective, but now it's going to be interesting to see with him going against Teofimo because if he actually stands in the pocket, you know what I'm saying, more
Mm-hmm.
like how he was doing the pay to fight, and he showcases power at 140, it's gonna fuck up. It's gonna keep motherfuckers definitely on their toes at 140 and at 135. And that's what I feel
Yeah.
Andy Cruz did yesterday night with his performance because he can go 130 or 135 like easy,
Right.
you know.
Let
Hmm.
me ask y'all a question. What you think will be a better fight if Raymond goes up to 140? Him and Itch or him and Gary Antoine?
Ooh.
Damn.
A better fight, him and Gary Antoine.
Yeah, for sure. Off top, yeah.
How that
Yeah, a
fight play
better
out?
fight.
Hmm.
How that fight play out?
I don't know. It all
Damn.
depend on what Gary show up. Gary usually bum rush motherfuckers, look a little sloppy to me. Last time, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of did the same thing last time. Just Ryo, like I said, he was throwing so much shit. Ryo ain't know when to get his fucking hands off, and he just ended up, you know, you know what I'm saying, snowballing his way all the way to a fucking victory. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
And
But
that was
I
a
don't know.
great
That's an
ass
interesting
fight.
fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah.
great fight.
Like I said, people was talking about Ryo don't got a chin. I saw Ryo take some shit. He ain't go
Man,
down though.
hey, Clip, they was banging in that fight. If you want to just go watch a fight, you got some time, go watch Ryo versus Russell, bro. That shit was them niggas. Yeah,
Real
Ryo definitely
shit.
got a chin for sure.
I'm rooting for my boy Shoo Shoo, man. I'm rooting for my boy
Nah,
Shoo Shoo.
Damien, the Albright John Azim got an injury. They canceled that shit, bro. I was looking forward to Nair fighting him though. They said Azim hurt too. Lemos and Azim hurt. They said they canceling that shit. It's weird, bro. D1, what's up, bro? My guy.
That card next week is gonna be crazy. That Tier and Shakur card,
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
can't.
forward to. Hey, we can get into that if y'all want to talk about that. We can get into that
Yeah, let me read it off real quick, man. So we
for
got
sure.
Jarrell Miller versus Kingsley Abel. We got Bruce Carrollton Shushu versus Carlos Castro. We got
Hmm.
Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz. And then, of course, headline, we got Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. That's going to be Saturday, the 31st. Is in New York on the zone, man. What y'all think?
I want to talk about Shushu. I know a lot of people don't. don't think Shushu the goods. A lot of people don't fuck with Shushu. Personally, I like him. Now, Carlos Castro, the guy he going against, that's somebody that done only lost to top competition. He done only lost to guys that's champs. And I don't feel like people don't give him his just due. I think that might be one of the best fights on the entire card. Outside of Shakur and Tio. I'm gonna be live for a minute, Tego. I'm gonna rock out, bro. I'm gonna rock out. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling till later, the Rams and the Seahawks. I ain't worried about the Patriots and shit. So I'm around. I'm around, bro.
So who the
But
hell is
yeah.
this Castro dude, Clip? Cause I ain't gonna cat like I know who the fuck he is. I don't.
He a solid game opponent, man. He a guy, like I said, he the only lost to champions. He lost to Louis Nery. He lost to Brandon Figueroa in a fight. I really don't feel like it was an early stoppage. It shouldn't have got stopped. It was a competitive fight that I feel like Castro would have probably won if the shit would have kept on going. And then he lost to Scooter, and Scooter first fight back after Inoue. He the one that dropped Scooter. And people were saying that they felt like he beat Scooter. Personally, I didn't feel like it. But I felt like he was exactly the type of opponent Scooter needed coming off that knockout loss to anyway to get his
Hmm.
mind right, get that belief back in himself. And we saw what happened next. He went and took the title off of Figueroa again. So he a game opponent. Like I said, he the only lost to the upper echelon. And Shushu, he got a lot to prove. People talking about he a 28, 29-year-old prospect. He's from the same eras like Boots and Shakur and them, but he's
Right.
far behind all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like even Gary Russell, he just getting his first title, but he's even behind him. So Shushu really got to show and prove. I believe Shushu had the skills to do it, but I think this is a compelling fight, and it's one people not talking about enough because Castro not a name that jump off the screen. People don't really know him and people don't believe in Shushu, but I believe it's gonna be one of the best fights of the night, personally.
Okay. And it's crazy that you said when Scooter had came back off of the Inuit because that brought what I'm saying some relevance to what you were saying because I know who you're talking about now. But
Hmm.
yeah, I like Shoo Shoo, man. I feel like Shoo Shoo got a good style for the sport too. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, but we'll see what the hell he gonna do because I think a lot of people is sleeping on him, underestimating his talent. You know what I mean? So I definitely think we gonna get the win. I don't really know, I ain't too familiar with Bruh, but as far as Castro goes, but like I said, I'm kind of biased a little bit when it comes to black fighters, man, because I be looking at it from the media, the narrative aspect. That shit does play a part, the politics and how difficult some of these brothers have it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Word.
I'm always gonna be rooting for the brother, man. You know, for the most part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some shit you just gotta call it what it is, you know what I'm saying? But for sure, but
Oh
yeah.
bullshit.
So what you think
Uh,
about the fucking Teofimo and Shakur fight?
I feel like Shakur gonna outbox Tio, man. Tio. I think the biggest advantage Tio might got, and I don't even know if it's the advantage, like because Shakur processed quick as fuck, but Tio got like excellent reflexes, bro.
Hmm.
Excellent reflexes. I think that's one of the only things that can make it difficult for Shakur. But I can see Shakur dropping this motherfucker in the fight, bro.
Right, right,
I can
right.
see him
That's
dropping him, and I can see him going to like a 9-3. I don't think it's gonna be an 8-4 or damn sure not no 7-5. Tio ain't got it for Shakur like that. And Core looking like he filled out nicely at 140.
right. And this shit will play so perfect into, the last of be first. Because, what I'm saying? A lot of people, put
Right.
Shakur last, when you looking at that draft class far as Tank, Devin, Shakur, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that Devin and Shakur to me had in common that, Tank separated himself from them was the power. So at 140, you know what I'm saying? If he fucking around going there and drop TO, which I'm thinking the same shit you thinking in that aspect, like as far as the possibility goes, man, that shit is gonna really kind of like shake up the sport. You know what I mean? So I think I definitely got Shakur winning that shit. Like, and I just know by default, if he want to go on the scorecards, that's a great chance he can do that too. So far from the boxing
Absolutely.
aspect. Hmm.
You know what I'm
But yeah,
saying? Coach Rell talking like, Shakur going to get a stoppage now. I don't know, because Shakur temperament and his mindset in the ring is always defense first, offense last. But I don't know. Is T.O. going to press? T.O. somebody that like when guys come to him. People like to paint Shakur as a runner, but he
Mm-hmm.
to me, he's somebody that stand in the pocket and like make you miss and make you pay. That's typically what
Mm-hmm.
I see from him. So I think he'll be right there for T.O. and I think he gonna frustrate him because he gonna be there and
Mm-hmm.
then he not gonna be there. Typical Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that same game plan he had was Zepeda. A lot of people didn't like that fight or downplay that fight, but bro, I watch the films clip, so I be going back watching
Absolutely.
shit, and when you really seeing what the fuck going on, like it's great to watch these fights with no commentary, put that shit on mute, or just if you can watch this shit slow and really see what the fuck be going on and just the subtle movements niggas make, like that same blueprint. I think you know what I'm saying. With T.O. could be very stationary sometimes too much. You know what I'm saying? Well, really a lot of, you know what I'm saying, to be honest, he ain't really no mobility fighter, you know what I'm saying, really
You're
like
right.
that. So, that which kind of separate when we look at Mexicans as far as in the sport of boxing, and you got Puerto Ricans, like we know certain attributes that's attached to these fighters culturally wise, the Cubans and certain shit that they thrive in. So I feel like T.O. edges the Mexican fighters with that stationary shit, but when you got somebody like Shakur who can move, but I don't think Shakur is gonna base it off of movement. I think as far as like around the ring so much, it's gonna be more in the pocket, which is the stationary fight. But if you can't hit a motherfucker, like you said, that frustration gonna come, and I think that's what T.O. Exposed himself. But I will say, I don't know. I could be tripping. I don't feel like I've been seeing T.O. say too much of shit. Like so. He could kind of be an unpredictable fighter too, as far as like you
Yeah.
don't know which CO you gonna get. You know what I mean? So he could definitely come in this bitch focused, and this could be a hell of a fight for real, for real.
See, and that's my thing. I don't really believe that whole, T.O. fights to the level of his competition, or T.O. get up for his big fight shit that I always hear people say. I just believe with T.O., he's more of a fighter where styles make fights. The motherfuckers he
Mm-hmm.
shined on, it was tailor made for him to look like that. Like I said, people love the Josh Taylor shit. Josh Taylor ain't been shit since he went undisputed. He
Word.
went undisputed, and that fucked him up. I watched the first Josh Taylor and Catterall fight. To me, he lost that shit. That was a clear robbery. That was shit. That was a worse robbery than the fucking Jesse Hart and Khalil Coe shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, so he should have been relieved of them titles in the first place. Then
Right.
he got injured like 4 times and postponed that Catterall fight like 4 times. So much so that he went from having all 4 titles to only having one left by the time they fucking fought. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Well, that the WBO and the ring, and then when T.O. beat him, I wasn't surprised. They had T.O. as an underdog, I think. But shit, I knew he was gonna beat Josh Taylor. I knew Josh Taylor ain't had that for him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when T.O. beat Loma, I mean that was on Loma. Like people say, he didn't do enough in the first half of the fight. So
Right.
but I'm not gonna take it away from him because he still had to go out there and do what he had to do to take the title away from him. But to me, it ain't no, T.O. riding to the level or no shit like that. It's just Styles make fights and he
Mm.
be in there with Styles that suit him. Cause when he was in there with Sandor Martin and all them, he start asking himself, do he still got it?
Yeah,
Claggett
yeah,
had this,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Claggett had this shit on dubs. You know what I'm saying? Claggett had this shit on
Yo.
dubs. So that gives me the belief that T.O. just don't got enough for Shakur,
Hey,
personally.
that's the bro. Where your red cup at, Clip? Because you talking that red party cup in the front lawn shit. That's the clip I be wanting to talk.
Hey
That's
man.
yeah. Fuck that shit. That nigga ain't got
Yeah.
the goods no more.
Hey
Like fuck
man.
it.
It's a little too early for the cup, but G and they ain't gonna do their Sunday dinner. I'm gonna definitely be on there with the red cup talking my shit.
Facts, hell yeah. But nah, word, yeah, I agree, bro. And I think it's perfect timing. I think Shakur know that shit, and he gonna expose that shit with T.O. Because T.O. definitely he be dropping the ball too. He be bullshitting with rap. Well, that's what my man Beanie Siegel said. You can bullshit with rap if you want. You know what I'm saying? That nigga
Yeah.
T.O. definitely get in there and be bullshitting. So, but I think he know that he really don't got the talent to match with Shakur. So he's taking it more serious because, like I said, I ain't really been seeing him say much of nothing. So he probably locking in, but it is what it is. Talent is what it is. So shit, if Shakur the better talent, then that's just what it's gonna be. And I definitely got Shakur. I think Shakur gonna knock him down.
Yeah,
But
bro.
that's
I think he gonna
yeah.
knock him down too, like on some check hook shit. The way T.O. be
Mm-hmm.
leaping in and lunging in and shit. Like I said, Shakur processed too quickly. His eyes, his reflexes is on the beam. Shit on the
Yeah.
beam. Like I said,
Yeah.
now T.O. reflexes is a motherfucker. But that's more so when punches is coming at him. You feel what I'm saying? But
mm-hmm.
I think Corey gonna drop that motherfucker. And I don't think a stoppage. Like I said, Coach Rell talking about a stoppage. I don't see that, but I definitely see it win.
Mm-hmm.
I put some bread on the money line for sure. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go check these odds real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gotta lace me up too, Clip, man. I need
it's
to you and Tago gotta hit me with the tutorial, man.
oh absolutely. Like I said, they got me last night, bro. Man,
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Just off the Jesse Hart shit alone, bro. Like,
they got
cause
me, bro.
I definitely wanted. It's crazy because I'm from Jersey, but I wanted Jesse Hart to win. So when I seen that shit went like that, I was just like, yeah, I'm glad I did put my money on this shit. But it come with the territory, though. You know.
No, it do.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I'm
know how it
saying?
go.
That should be
Hmm.
crazy because it's like, damn, you sometimes you gotta plan ahead for the bullshit. Cause I pick who I really feel gonna win, even though sometimes I be like, they ain't gonna let this nigga win. So you kind of be wanting to go against who you think, but then when
Right,
your
right.
person win, it's like I ain't even want this nigga to win. So now you done lost money on somebody you really thought was gonna lose anyway. So I go down with the shit. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, that's why I need a tutorial because I'm like, I know y'all you be on the scientist shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need the 411, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I definitely
absolutely.
would feel like that. Like certain niggas, you be like, damn, they gonna rob them. When you look at the politics and how niggas be playing the shit, they be like,
Hmm.
damn. So, and this is your money, you know what I'm saying? Niggas work hard for their little shit. So,
For
you know,
sure. They got
yeah, man.
Shakur as a minus 190 by decision on FanDuel. That's cool,
Word.
but that ain't no good value by itself and shit. I had to parlay that with something, but I might parlay that with Shushu or some shit like that. I gotta see. I gotta see how I feel about that Shushu fight, man. Like I said, I think enough people don't know about Castro. He gonna be a tough fight.
Yeah.
He gonna definitely be a tough fight.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. In that fight with Scooter, like, I felt like I didn't know who that nigga, that Castro motherfucker was. So him coming
Hmm.
off the NUA shit and just me like, all right, he got to get back right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I wanted him to flush him. You know what I'm saying? But from what I seen in that fight, he didn't. You know what I mean? But he won. You know what I'm saying? He won, but he ain't just. So I could see the test that Castro could give Shushu. And if I look, well, I don't know. I guess you can't compare. It's only so much you
Yeah.
can compare other fighters. You know what I mean? But I
Fish.
like Shushu's style and what he has to offer. I think he needs to be more. He got to do something to set himself in whatever division he's in, like as a household name. I don't know if that's a fucking knockout or like just add some more because he got the. I like he got that flair to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got like a little swag to him. So I don't know. As a boxer, I don't know what else he would need to offer to really just put himself as a household name. You know what I mean? But maybe this him getting him out of there would be a part of that. So, but I
Right.
definitely like Shoo Shoo, man. Shoo Shoo got a nice style to me. You know.
Yeah. But I know you a Boots guy and shit. I'm looking at these rankings. How
Mm.
would you map out Boots' next couple fights if you had the control of his career? Who would you want to see him fight next?
Man, that's a tough one. Really, it's not tough because I don't really see nobody really being a threat for him. But I'll probably say, uh, I say probably Bachman.
Okay.
Uh, I I really don't even Virgil. That shit don't really exist in my mind. Like I feel like that's gonna be the same shit that we seen with Stanionis,
Hmm.
Avenesian. If Villa, he need to get back in this Villa bag. This is the perfect time. Give me some more slow motion shit. Give me a little Pernell Whitaker type. You know what I mean? Like let's go highlight reel. Make you know what I mean? Because I do the reels. Clip like
You said that nigga
I'm
hollering.
trying. Yeah, I need to go viral. Like shit, give me somewhere I can go ahead, chop up real quick, and get to the people in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the good thing about me watching Boots fight is just learn him as a up and coming boxer. As long as I've been watching him, like bro, gonna give you that content. So I think right now in 154, I feel like Bachman. I wanted him to fight Jesus Ramos because at the time when I was thinking that shit before, and I
Hmm.
really feel like Jesus went up and ducked when Boots' name started ringing, like he coming to 154 and he in this bitch now, like he got the fuck on. But that's here nor there. I wanted to see him fight him, but I say Bachman. Damn, who else? Fundora, even though I think he'll whoop the shit out of Fundora, I think that's definitely gonna be a highlight reel. That shit just gonna
Me
be
too.
crazy. That's gonna be some Space Jam versus some Monsters versus Michael Jordan shit.
No
Like
bullshit.
he
He
gonna
gonna tap that chin. He gonna tap that
yeah
fucking
that,
chin. Put him
that
out.
shit that shit gonna be so wicked. But that's pretty much as far as I don't went for real, cause I'm just this shit's so tricky and just so unpredictable, which is a good thing for the sport and the aspect. I don't really know realistically who to lock in for him to fight because I don't really think niggas want to fight him. I feel like the same energy that was going on at 147 is what's going on at 154. Like, and it's evident. You know what I mean? Like, why we got to keep acting like niggas ain't ducking and pro
Yeah.
now? And if you know this clip, if you know this, bro, from Brian Norman to who is that? Rashidi to I respect Stanionis because Stanionis knew he was gonna get his ass whooped, but he was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and did what he did. He ain't
Right.
duck. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas go up on the pay that they want when they want to fight Boots. Why is that? Why y'all niggas want extra amount
Word.
of monies that you wouldn't get? Because you know it's gonna be over with after this shit. Your ass gonna be content
Right.
and yeah, you're gonna have to figure out how to or be on the rebound in your career. And just let it be that though. Don't try to feed into the narrative and downgrade this brother talent because I told you some time ago, bro. The same way I felt about Roy Jones, um, Floyd, I feel about Boots, bro. It's certain fighters you just and I feel like that certain ways about Bam, the Abdullah Masons, the Shakur, but Boots is just hand down like. This what the sport need,
Facts.
So I don't really think too many niggas at 154 can fuck with them. I'm still stuck on Bud and Boots. That didn't happen.
That shit
So,
ain't gonna happen, man. We gotta let that go.
I know I let it
Pers-
go clip. I let it go clip, but it's just like, damn, bro, like if we talking about look at how the sport done transition, man, from the time, let's just say early 2000s to now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This shit was a dry pocket not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? It was like a drop pocket. I think when Errol Spence started making fights like with Mikey Garcia, and that's why I respect Errol Spence. Like when you started
Hmm.
seeing niggas kind of making certain little fights happen, then that shift kind of came into where niggas was meeting each other at catchweights more, or like because it was dead for a minute, bro, in the sport.
Word.
So when you see niggas like niggas like Boots calling niggas out, I could see why at 147 when he was there, you had Thurman, and different other fighters, Ugas and all these other people, Spence. Remember, he was calling Spence out, nigga, when he fought Clayton.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Spence
He
was
said it's time to.
there.
He said it's time to go fishing.
Spence was right there when he dropped Clayton's second round. But niggas act like they don't know that though.
Absolutely. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
Co-main event for Jamel Charlo, historic 154 undisputed win. But niggas don't really watch the fights. Niggas is box Rex warriors, bro. You know how that
Come
go.
on, man. Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, man. That's why I don't be, certain people panels I come up on, I give my opinion on. Because certain niggas, not to elevate myself and act like I know much more, because it'll be a lot of shit I miss too. Which is why it's good to have my brothers like y'all, because y'all will fill me in. Because I be having real life shit going on too, but I still love the sport. But I always catch this shit, bro, from a genuine place and knowing like, all right, talent is talent. You can't deny that
Right.
shit. Like a nigga hating on Abdullah Mason just hating, bro. A nigga hating on Boots is just hating. Like Bam Rodriguez, just y'all hating. Now I question like motherfuckers are hype anyway though. But I be questioning it anyway. I don't went off the deep end and said I think he owned the juice. I felt the same way about Pacquiao at certain point in his career. But nigga, I ain't got no proof of that. But that's just my observation of what I be seeing. You know what I'm saying? And niggas be really quick to downplay niggas who
Yeah.
you obviously can see the talent in versus like not saying you ain't got no talent. I ain't saying that, but
Right.
it's just something about that nigga just don't be sitting right with me. And we in this sport, we see that niggas that we thought or people thought far as the narrative go, like Canelos and such pop positive for sure shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that vibe with Boots. At least I don't. You know what I'm saying? I see talent, you know?
Yeah.
So
For me personally, I want him to and shout out my nigga Omek. What's up, Omek? Um, I
shout
want
out
him to
Omet,
go at
man.
the I want him to go after the winner of this Abbas Barao and Xander Zayas fight. If Xander win and don't move to 160, because truth be told, Xander looked like his days at 154 is numbered, man. He a big motherfucker, bro. He looked like he having,
Hmm.
and before his last fight during fight week, he looked like he was having trouble. You know what I'm saying, making
Mm.
154. But he is somebody. He said he felt like Boots had put belt to ass on Virgil, so at least I know his fucking odds were. You know what I'm saying? And he said he would fight Boots. So I say, if he win that fight, call him on his bluff, see if you can make that fight. He had two of the four titles. Why not go into that? You done had a WBA before, but you ain't never had a WBO. That'd be something new. WBO, that was Terrence Crawford organization for a long time. So I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
they looking for, another African American fighter who they can kind of hitch their wagon to in a way. It is a Hispanic organization like the WBC, but I don't
Right.
think they would mind having Boots as a championship. Cause you see when he came up, everybody had him ranked high, so everybody trying to be in the Boots in this business anyway. You feel me? But
Hey,
if
Clip,
Xander, what's up?
what weight did Xander come in? What weight does he come in after fight night? Like what's his highest? Do you know?
No, I think he'd be like right at the limit, like 154 type shit.
Okay,
Yeah, like, but
because
I
he be
think,
looking big to me though. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie.
he's a big motherfucker, bro. Yeah, he a big motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be a good fight. Cause if he don't get Virgil, it's still a African American versus a Hispanic fight, and it'd be a unification fight. That's a big ass fight. We're gonna see Xander drawing power where he at. Is that fight? No, that fight not in Puerto Rico. I forget where the fuck that fight at. But we're gonna see his drawing power. We already know Boots draw, and we already know historically
Right.
those fights do well together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I say go after that. And then if a box Barral beats Xander, definitely go after that because that means he beat Tayez, who already beat J Rock. So you be
Right.
getting revenge for Philly right there. And he was supposed to be the next guy. They were trying to pin him
Right.
as the next guy. He was supposed to get elevated for Crawford belt, but fucked around and lost to Barral, and then Barral got the blessing. So if Barral beat him and then beat Xander, they gonna look at him like he's something overnight. His name gonna skyrocket the same way they treating Murtazalia. You feel me?
Hmm.
Only difference is you wouldn't have to adhere to a 10-pound rehydration clause and it'd be for two belts instead of one. And you could still go and get Murtaza Aliyev or Josh Kelly. Whoever wins. Josh Kelly, Eddie said that he already signed to fight Boots next. But
Hmm.
like I said, they fighting on January 31st, which is basically February 1st and shit. And Boots is due
Hmm.
back the end of March, early April. So I don't know, depending on how that fight go, whether he signed to fight him next or not, that don't mean it's gonna happen next. Cause that's a quick turnaround. You don't want to do no quick turnaround for a guy like Boots. You feel me? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying we got to see how these fights go. But me personally, I would send him after the winner of that fight, and then send him after the winner of that Josh Kelly and Murtaza of Joan next because he already been through the IBF shit, man. We already see how they be with these dumbass mandatories and shit. I don't want him to get caught up in that shit again because that's what kept me from unifying the first time. For real, for real.
So I thought Bachman was fighting Josh Kelly though. Is he
Yeah,
fighting him?
yeah, yeah. He is.
Okay.
He fighting
Okay.
him. He fighting him next week.
Okay. And then you got Xander fighting Abbas, right?
Right, right. That's why I'm saying I
Okay.
want him to go for the winner of that because that's a unification.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you get
fact.
two belts instead of one, and you don't have to adhere to the 10-pound rehydration clause. So if I
Mm,
if I had to choose, I would say go after the winner of the unification, personally.
okay. Yeah, facts. Who you like in the Xander versus Abbas fight? You like Xander?
Yeah, I like Xander, but that nigga Barral, he constant pressure. I kind of knew he was gonna beat Tellez last time. I put some money on that. They had him at a plus 900 or some shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They said
Okay,
I knew
so
Badger Moth better not go fucking with Boots. Man, if he like boxing and
Woo!
feeding his family, he gonna leave Boots the fuck alone, man.
Man, I think I question. My bad, John hitting the gas. So I
It's
wonder
all good.
why. I wonder why. Best side of the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yes,
93
sir.
Petro. Yeah, at the gas pump. But yeah, look. But no, I wonder why they even put Madrimov against Terrence Crawford. Because I'm not gonna lie, right? When Madrimov fought Terrence Crawford, I think he had a good night, and I wonder if it was just that. You know what I'm saying? Because since then, his career to me, he ain't when you coming off them losses like that, you gotta rebound right. Like that shit, it's
Yeah.
important in this sport, bro. Because the politics do become, a burden. So it's just like, damn, looking at even his yesterday's performance, like I'm like, what the fuck? Like to me, he should have went in there and knocked him out off, like not because he had to, but because he had to. Like far as his career goes, like get
Right.
your name back right. You know what I'm saying? Show you a threat. Keep these fights coming. You know what I'm saying? Because you just came off a fight with Terrence Crawford, nigga. Like you don't want to drop your stock. So I don't know. To me, Madrimov definitely better stay the fuck out of Boots, or I'm gonna have some more highlight content. And
Yeah. Well, they said he
yeah.
was just coming off injuries and shit like that. So, that was just to get him back in the win column. But even that, like, I saw Boy was
Mm.
against the ropes. He letting combinations go, and it's like he just touched him with the shots. I'm like, he ain't even trying to hurt this nigga, man.
That's what I'm saying. And I heard that they said he was coming off injuries, but I be, not saying he wasn't, but I be trying to gauge this shit because you never know. Like
For sure.
it's crazy because even with Jesse, like we found out he had the flu, but you can't like Greg was saying, you can't really use that shit as like if you win, then what? You had the flu. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
but if you lose, what you gonna use it as excuse? So it's like, yeah, we know in the sport this shit come with it. Plenty niggas Floyd fucked up his hand, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like you saying, but when I'm looking at him letting certain shit fly on him, I'm like, oh nah, nah, If Boots gonna fuck around and get him out of there, if not worse, because look at it. David Avanesian, look what Bud did to David Avanesian. And niggas are trying to downplay that fight so much between Bud and Boots, saying Boots wasn't
Exactly.
ready. But when we look at the same fighters that they fought, look what Boots did to the same fighters compared to what Bud
Yeah.
did to him. So,
And speaking of, comparing, fighters and shit, I don't want Boots to fight Madrimov anyway. That'd be a common opponent with Crawford and Virgil and shit, and he'd be the first one to knock the nigga the fuck out for sure. But all the same, it's like I don't want him to follow in the same footsteps that Virgil is because for real, like I said, when you look at Virgil record, they try to big it up like he got names on it, but every name on Virgil record, don't forget knocked the fuck out.
mm,
When you really break it down, Maurice Hooker, yeah, he was a champ. He lost in the
yeah,
unification fight to Virgil stablemate um Jose Ramirez.
right,
But Jose Ramirez knocked him out in the sixth round. Then you got Mean Machine. Bud knocked him the fuck out. You got Delorme. Bud
right,
and Boots knocked him the fuck out. Then you got Madrimov. He didn't get knocked out, but he known for losing the Bud and shit. Then you got Lubin. All his knockouts, all his losses came by knockout. So it's like, yeah, they names, but let Boots had try to build his whole resume off names of niggas that got getting knocked the fuck out. They would have
right.
pointed that out. I'm like the
Hey,
only motherfucker I ever heard point out that all the names on Virgil record got knocked the fuck out. I never even heard nobody say that shit.
who was that dropped Crawford? Wasn't that Mean Machine?
Yeah,
We ain't never seen Boots drop.
exactly.
Nigga.
Dean, what's up, Dean?
Not saying not saying nothing, everything's guaranteed, but I'm just saying we ain't
Yeah,
never. But I say that to say not to even make it a back and forth between Boots and Bud, but just how niggas be so quick to hate what the real shit. Like niggas be swearing that Boots be really getting hit, but if you really go back and watch these fights, now and I'm not, we done had this conversation, Club. Like we ain't
yeah,
saying that he don't get hit. Like we personally feel between us that he could tighten up on his D because we watch
hmm,
motherfuckers like Purnell, James Toney, and
yeah,
certain motherfuckers who was just masters of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, bro, don't really be getting hit with shit for niggas to be acting like he. You know what I mean? To me, he got an actual pretty good chin, and I think his chin is established from him fighting a lot of them, from him wanting to be a bang out type fighter. He
right.
thrives. That shit is tailor made. I want to see Boots fight somebody who can move around just like him. And that would have been somebody of, if not Bud, I don't see Charlo Baby Cub being it. He too
God,
big. His To me, his catalog is built off of stationary fighters.
they
He
said he
ain't,
wanted a tune up too before
he
Boots.
better get one. Like he better not
Right.
take his motherfucking ass in that lines then. Like that's gonna be crazy.
I
He
don't blame
needs
him.
to, and I would respect him for doing that. Like not just to make Boots like he's this fucking boogeyman, but I'm just saying, come on, bro, that's crash out. Definitely get you a tune up in. Hell, might need to get you two of them. If we
Right.
being real,
I
shit.
agree. But stop talking like you don't need one.
Yeah, nah, man. Cut it
Stop
out.
talking like you ready to. You saying you ready to jump in the deep end right now, nigga? No, you are not, nigga. Last time we saw you, you was moonwalking around a goddamn ring for 12.
Man, I like what Castillo showed me against a blueprint like Charlo, and I like what Tony Harrison did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got film where we can study and see what the
For
fuck, you know
sure.
what I mean, going on. And
For
you
sure.
been fighting a lot of stationary fighters, part of your huge part of your resume. So he know, man, yeah, you better go get you about two tune-ups, which I think will be quite fine. We won't discredit you on that, and then come in and fall right in. Shit.
Right.
Because
And that
I ain't
give
gonna lie,
time.
Crawford was gonna get on his ass.
No, that's, that's a fact. That's a fact. I fuck with Mel too, but you know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
a lot of guys that can beat him, but I got Boots beating him. I definitely had Crawford beating him. You know what I'm saying? He don't got enough for those guys, but I fuck with Mel though. He definitely
Yeah.
solid.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga made history, man. You can't take that away. First undisputed champ at 154 in the four belt era, man. He one of
Yeah.
them.
And like I say, you know, I could be biased sometimes. He's still a black fighter, so it's I just talk shit, but and call it how I see it. But I definitely got major love for the both for the brothers, because just to even what they say is 400, 500 niggas make it in the NBA. You know how many niggas make it in this sport? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
leave with their faculties or you know what I'm saying. So this shit bigger than just even going in that motherfucker performing. These people are real motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So to even I never discredit his accolades and shit. And Charlo
Hmm.
ain't no cakewalk for a nigga who thinking he just finna get in there. But when we talking about the science that we love of this shit, like we done seen, like you said, Styles make certain fights, and when you go back and watch Tony Harrison and you go back and watch Castillo out of one of them fights, you gonna see like what kind of made you know, and that's okay because
Yeah.
nigga, that's what camp's supposed to do. That's what analysts supposed to do. You supposed to see what the fuck is be exploited in certain niggas' game plan in order to beat them. Other than that, you might not be able to beat them. So I
Right.
don't see him fucking with boots though. I just nah. Even when he do get on after his little two tune up fights, I don't see it.
I don't see it even. I don't even see him going that route, man. I think he'll fuck around, try to stay away from that nigga. He gonna look at that PBC landscape and see if he can get that Fundora fight. I already know
Mm,
he got faith he can beat Fundora. And if Keith Thurman end up beating Fundora, cause they supposed to be fighting sometime in March, we gonna see how the negotiations go. If Keith Thurman beat him, I already know he gonna try to go after Keith Thurman. He ain't trying to go over there and fuck with Boots for real, for real. He talking. But you
mm-hmm.
know what? People, I'm glad I circle back to this. People always try to make it like Boots ain't a draw. Why is Boots the name that the nigga that used to run the division? Why is he the name he calling out? Because he's a big fight. Why is Virgil
Mm-hmm.
Ortiz, who I'm looking at the rankings, ranked number one in the ring at 154? Why is he asking for 7 million to fight him? People act like Boots ain't a
Mm-hmm.
star. Like, and I don't want to make this a Boots versus Crawford thing, bro. Y'all remember the lead up to Crawford and Canelo? Wasn't nobody even talking about the fucking fight until Boots went to spar Canelo. He the one moved the needle
Right.
on that shit. So we gonna
Right.
talk. Let's talk with facts. You know what I'm saying? That shit was feeding everybody YouTube channel. That shit was feeding the whole algorithm. Niggas wasn't even dropping channel. Niggas wasn't even dropping content about nobody else but Boots. He fed the
Hey,
whole YouTube boxing community. But they say he not a fucking star. Come on, bro.
hey,
Cut this shit
nigga,
out.
hey, Clip, that nigga Boots brought the Black Panthers out and shit. Niggas went to talk about bro races and shit.
Real rap, bro. They talking about he not
Nigga.
on cold. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, I'm like, yo, man, come on, man. Since when
Real
niggas
rap,
started
bro.
doing that?
He feed the whole algorithm, bro. Even now, niggas juice, niggas videos that got the most juice is talking about the Boots versus Virgil shit. Ain't nobody talking about that shit because Virgil in it. Like, let's be real. Virgil don't sell that much. And partial, I feel like some of the tickets for his last fight was sold once it was heard that Boots was gonna show up. Like he moved the
Yeah.
needle on shit, but people keep trying to act like he's not one of those guys, bro. He's a bona fide fucking star. All he needs is a dance partner and an opportunity, and niggas gonna really see. It's that
Man,
time.
bro, nigga been paying attention so much to this shit. Like, if he would, when you remember when he performed on the Tank card, I think that was against Karen, right?
Yeah, the first time.
If
Yep.
he would have knocked him out, and I'm speaking to the narrative.
Yeah.
Niggas wouldn't even be who know we wouldn't even probably even be talking about Virgil Ortiz right now because niggas wouldn't have had no choice back then. But he went the distance and then his career kind of shifted in a different direction. But I feel like it's worked perfect. Like it's a long game. Like at 147, he was able to get them accolades, get belts. Because remember, the man was damn near in the division for about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of them years he was calling out niggas, and niggas was saying he don't have the resume. The same shit Bud Crawford faced. You know what I'm saying? Bud came up to 140. Before Bud came to 147, it was already speculated about Bud wanting to fight Errol. I felt like that was just some two bad niggas that stay on the same street. Like y'all, these the best fighters we finna hit. You know what I'm saying? At some point when we
Yeah,
come up, that's what that was. And and I salute both of them brothers because they was able to get the bag in it. Now we see Errol Spence took the ass whooping for it because to me, if we looking at talent, we seen that in my personal opinion. And this was what I started fucking with Greg even more, like far as like respecting his mindset because I'm like, all right, Bruh saying Crawford. I'm thinking Crawford too, because when you look at the two styles, Spence is a stationary fighter. You know what I'm saying? Bud is gonna
right.
move around. You know what I mean? Like when you put both of those styles together and you focus more on the IQ level, it's only so much a stationary fighter could do. And Bud
Right.
showcased that shit. But at 147, also being boots, but niggas was doing the same shit that they did to Bud, which I ain't gonna say he resented Thurman. He really held them niggas accountable, Thurman and Garcia. When
Right.
he said he wasn't gonna get them the opportunity because they tried to act like he didn't have the talent. That's the same shit Boots face. So when niggas be downplaying Boots, it be crazy because I'm like, y'all love Bud, but the same shit, and that's why I kind of I looked at Bud a little bit too because I'm like, all right, Bud, you face this same type of shit in this sport, and you really can fight Boots, bro. Like I don't look at Bud like he no old man. Bud a threat to any nigga that get in the ring with him. And if we talking about what the like one of the mega fights for real, it wasn't Canelo and Bud, even though it did
Yeah,
what it did. When we talking about like that, like you said, Boots having a draw that he has, and of course I would say Bud has the bigger draw, but he just came into that shit with Errol Spence. It wasn't before then. You
right.
know what I'm saying? But to paint this
Oh, this shit went out. Oh, this my shit. That went out. The fuck? Yo, Carbon, your shit went out, bro. I know it ain't just me. I don't know what the fuck going on there. Y'all can hear Carbon? Or my shit just cut out? StreamYard on this bullshit. Come on now.
no,
There we go.
my phone
All right,
tripping.
cool. All right, there we go. There
Damn.
we go. Niggas heard Greg Hackett name get mentioned and audio get cut. You see how they doing, niggas? Shit crazy. He started trying to get Greg Hackett his flowers and shit. Audio cut out. Oh, you all good too soon? Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody saying Andy need to go to 30. I could dig it. I could dig it. I say he can go to 30 or he can stay at 35. I think Andy cool either way, man. He lost to more time, but that don't mean a lot of guys gonna be able to beat him. It is what it is. But if he go to 30, it's definitely a couple lineups I like to see him rumble. If he do go, if he do go to 130, I say get a rumble in with motherfucking Conceição. Why not? That was just he just had two rumbles with Oshaki Foster. Oshaki Foster just styled on Cool Boy. Make that shit happen. Why not? You know what I mean? That'd be a good rumble to get on your record. Former champ, all that. Go do that. Yo.
Yo, my bad, Clip, man.
Oh, you good, bro?
Yeah,
Technical
they hit.
difficulties. Shit
Yeah, man,
happen.
they hitting the line on my off day, man. You know how that shit go, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to kick my feet up and kick shit with my brother, man.
I can dig it. Shit,
Yeah,
y'all don't got that snow out there? Where y'all at?
man. You know this shit. They tried to say it was gonna be a Gucci man snow attack, but this shit it's a little ice out here for sure. You know, I still wanted to hit the streets, but you know, I'm like, nah. Let me just, let me put a couple of them in the air, man, and chop it up, dog. I ain't gonna do too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's the play. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's the
mm,
play.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Unless it's a big play, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
big
yeah, yeah,
play,
yeah, yeah. You know, you talking my language now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga talking about more yeah. You know what I'm saying? All kind
Yeah,
of shit like that. But
that's
yeah,
me.
nah. But yeah, nah. We in the crib with it right now, man. I ain't fucking around.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Yeah, but it might be some snow though. It might be some that come within between tonight and tomorrow. But I don't really think it's gonna do nothing for real. For real.
Shit, we got snow over here in Philly. It look like it's about a good 8 inches out there right now.
Facts. It's cold though. It might as well. That should be tripping me out because when I don't see the snow out there, it make me more colder. I'm like, I'd rather see the snow because that's what I'm used to. So when I don't be seeing it, it's like it's brick out this motherfucker. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the hell going on. So it's definitely cold. I think it's like 15 degrees or some shit, but
Yeah, they
ain't no
talking about
snow
it
out
feel
there.
like -2 and shit.
It's like a still dry cold though. To me, like long as the wind ain't blowing, it's decent. When the wind get to blowing, then yeah, that's
Yeah,
where a nigga have to respect that shit.
that should be chopping, bro. That shit, hey, it feel like
Hmm.
-2 outside, but it feel like 70 in the house, nigga. I'm cool.
Facts.
You
Hey,
see,
nigga in Miami in the crib though. Like
real shit. You see, I'm up here, I'm chilling. I'm up here with the fucking robe on, talking boxing on a Sunday with my niggas, man. I'm cooling.
I'm telling you, my boy Clip when Hugh Health with the robe. You know what I mean?
Oh bullshit, bro.
Facts,
I'm chilling.
dog. Yeah, man. Who you think gonna win out that box room is Josh Kelly though? I'm
I
sure you
don't
going
know,
boxing.
man. I ain't even do my film study on that shit yet. Mill from YSM keeps saying he feel like Josh Kelly. I don't know if
Really?
I don't know if that's wishful thinking or he really feel like that. But I think he really feel like he just got a superior boxing ability. Like for real, a lot of people ain't even seen that much of Bakr, man. A lot of people high on him off of what he did to Tim Tszyu. But the fact of the
Yeah.
matter is, it wasn't even as much about what he did to Tim Tszyu. It was more about what Tim Tszyu did to himself, bro. He walked into all that shit.
Yeah. And see, that's
Man,
why you my brother, man. You gonna always fill in the void, cause like you just put it together for me. Cause really, bro, if we just asking me, if a nigga said, "Well, damn, Carmen, what you think about Tim Tszyu?" I wasn't sold on Tim Tszyu from the beginning.
I never liked
So
him.
yeah, like so a nigga who just came, and then dusted him off like the top chef. I ain't really like sold. I need to see more. So it's like,
Real
yeah, like
shit.
yeah, nah, that's crazy.
Bro, Tim Tszyu put himself. Tim Tszyu was reading his own press clippings, bro. Everybody was talking big shit about Tim Tszyu. They feel like he was the next thing. We already know, just like Conor Ben, nigga was living off his dad last name, bro. He walked into
Mm-hmm.
all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And after he got knocked down that first time, the nigga was really on autopilot. After the fight, he was talking about what happened. Like,
Word.
he was on autopilot. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. And like I said, he got his shit scrambled because he was the house fighter. They was They was been supposed to stop that fight. They kept giving him chance after chance after chance
Yeah.
because he was not only the house fighter in terms of the promotion, but they was at his crib. So they gave him
Word.
every chance to win, and that got him fucked up even more. And then we see he trying to rebuild. He fighting Joey Spencer and shit like that. He's not what people try to make him out to be, bro. And you know what's
Word.
interesting? Nobody ever called him an email champ. You see how selective they is with that shit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nobody never called him an email champ. And they was talking like he was just gonna run through shit. Like the last Fundora fight, let's be real. He quit because he couldn't land that overhand right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
wasn't like Fundora was really fucking him up. He quit mentally. He said, "This was my best punch last fight. This is really all I got for him. I can't land it. Fuck it. I'm done."
It's-
He quit
yeah.
mentally. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
It's
If you
gonna be a
got meant
long
for like
night.
upper echelon,
It's gonna be a long night if he would have kept going, for sure. Or
select.
maybe a quicker one. But it was gonna definitely be rough for him. But then he beat
Exactly.
who he beat? Tony Harrison, right? Who was that he beat?
Yeah, yeah, he beat Tony Harrison, but
And,
let's
and
be
that's when
real.
they
Like,
went on that wave clip. That's when they started trying to run the narrative and try to sell us
bro,
Tim Zoo. That's what niggas don't know.
bro.
Right there.
Tony Harrison, bro, listen. Tony Harrison got skills, but we already know there's always been a leak in his gas tank, bro. And he be
Yeah, he
lack
get
and,
fatigued.
and he be lacking focus. And then on top of it already being a leak in his gas tank, man, this nigga, he had Bumgarner with him. I'ma say that.
Yeah.
And if you see how she was reacting during the fight, that's not exactly how you react when you just part of somebody's team. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, yeah, we had to talk on that
So
one on the back end, clip.
you know what I mean? So I mean, and we already know certain things take your legs away.
Yeah, that
You
boy was
know,
getting. Hey, that boy was getting his rocks off. You know what I mean? Get it
you
off
know what I'm
his chest.
saying? So I ain't saying, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, hell, Keyshawn coming in this bitch, he drinking, this nigga drinking Taka vodka at training camp and shit. Like, let's just call it for what it is. Niggas not being disciplined, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, staying locked in. Like,
Man,
you know,
Keyshawn a
you
goofy
ain't supposed to.
motherfucker. Was he really drinking? Was he really drinking, or was he just saying that shit, bro?
Yeah, he
Like,
could be
cause I
definitely saying that.
For cause remember, he is supposed to be the businessman. He the type nigga to just say some shit just so when he win, it could be like, see, I went against all these odds. I wasn't disciplined. I can be
Yeah.
better. Like that type of shit. And niggas be looking at him like, damn, this nigga be smoking gas, drinking during training camp, and he
Mm-hmm.
still beat Jermaine Ortiz. Like this nigga, like, he he's smart. He's a dumb motherfucker, but he's a smart
Yeah.
motherfucker at the same time. Like he know
Yo,
how to
that's why
play
I
with the
say he.
narratives.
Yeah, he Britney Spears. That nigga, he Britney
You know what
Spears
I'm
with the
saying?
knives and shit. He going. He definitely he definitely trying to portray the narrative. But like I say, I think the talent wise, I think he he lacking. I think he lacking more for real, for real. And he trying to cover it up like you saying with throwing niggas in the blender with the mind shit, the mind games,
Mhm.
like getting on
I
these
fuck with Keyshawn. I fuck with Keyshawn. I don't. I saw after the Nair Albright fight when he got hit,
mm,
they stopped putting him in with a certain level of fighter, and like
black
I said,
fighters.
they well yeah black fighters, but not even that. They curated his competition very specifically. Like I said, they put him
Mm,
against Pedraza. Oh, he's a former champ, only been knocked out against Tank. Yeah, but niggas didn't say
but
how he hadn't fought at 135 in 5 years.
yeah,
He was a 140. Everybody want to push the narrative. Yeah, he was a former champ. Yeah, he had only got knocked out by Tank. So when he fights you and you knock him out, that looks great on the resume to people
right,
that lack the context that I just added. That wasn't his weight class.
right, right. No, that's a
That's
fact.
like, you know what I'm saying? That's like who that would be like if Bud was at 147 for 10 years and then all of a sudden he dropped down to 140 and had a fight and fucked around and lost. Like, bro, that's not his weight class no more. He been stopped making that shit, bro.
Yeah, fact.
Then when he won his title, motherfuckers talking about Andy too small for 135. No, Dennis Berinchik was too fucking small for 135. If we gonna talk, let's talk facts and let's talk heavy. Did you see the
Damn.
size disparity in that fight?
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah, yeah. And see what far as like with the narrative and like you said how they setting his plays up far as who he been fighting and shit. Like that's why I was saying black fighters too, because if we just keeping it real, like he ain't really fought a lot of these fighters, not just him, ain't fought
Right.
consistent black competition. So when you
Yeah.
see certain matchups, like when these black fighters, it's always to me, I could always go 50-50 with it because it's like, all right, this nigga might have not fought this many black fighters. This nigga might not have fought that many black fighters either. Now they're fighting each other. So it's like now they gotta. It's really a style make fight type shit. So I don't know, but I think Keyshawn, bro, like yeah, he to me he kind of. I thought he was. I would like him to be more elusive, but I think he's too stationary, and I think he's one of them niggas who think he's better than what he really is. Somewhere he done drifted off in his career. And I think he's trying to blame it on like certain shit. Like I heard him talking about the he got the new training camp. I mean not training camp, but the new people in his training camp and shit. Well, which was this
Yeah.
old people and shit. Like he throwing all this. Like we don't gotta know all that, bro. Like we should just
Right.
be able to see your talent and see it for what it is. So I think that I don't know why these niggas be on that social media, and that's why I know Boots is the real deal. But I ain't saying Boots don't be on social media, but bro, obviously, if he is, he's taking whatever he's seeing, and that shit is fueling him to actually execute the night of the fight. These niggas get on these podcasts and get the feeding into these boxing narratives, and then it's like they lose steam when they come down to
Hmm.
when it's time to show up. And I feel like that's when I'm questioning Keyshawn. Like I seen fights where I feel like Keyshawn has showed that he can be aggressive and smart, but like you said, Namir Albright. Notice people don't bring that shit up. Like
Hmm.
that's what. When I'm saying like you can go and watch certain fights and you can study a motherfucker and be like, okay, in this fight he got exploited like this. He got exploited in that fight. But it made sense to me because before then he didn't fight nobody black really like that. You know,
Word.
before so when Namir came, it made all the sense in the world. And I actually like Albright in that fight because I felt
Yeah.
like he was the underdog too, even more. So, and I even though he didn't win it, I felt like he exposed a lot of shit. If I'm another
Yeah.
boxer and I'm in Keyshawn's weight division, like I'm going back and I'm watching that and adding that to what I got going on.
Right. And like I said, even Keyshawn, he had to respect him. That's why he crashed out after he beat his brother. He like, man, this nigga gave me a tough fight and beat my brother. Because usually, Key talk his shit the lead up to the fight. He talk his shit right before the fight, and he talk his shit after the fight. Now, Eric Albright's the only fight where after the fight, he said, yeah, I was just trying to sell the fight. I didn't
Yeah,
really mean none of that. I knew he was I knew he was a tough opponent. Like, yeah, he wasn't the businessman. That nigga went right back to Keyshawn after that fight. Why is that? Why is that? Because he knew. He knew he had to give respect where it was due and shit, bro. That's really
yeah.
what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? He cut
Mhm.
all that businessman shit off. That nigga was Keyshawn after that fight, bro.
Hey,
Real
that nigga
shit.
left the briefcase at the house club. That nigga had left the briefcase at the
Yeah.
crib.
That's
Nah, but
why when that
he
nigga beat his brother, he crashed the fuck out. He said, man, damn, you damn near knocked me the fuck out. Now I'm supposed to main event. This little nigga who I tried to sun on the fucking stage, now I'm main event
yeah.
at my crib, and you beat my brother. No, we got a tip on you, my nigga.
Damn,
That's what it was.
you got to chill, clip. You giving them too much game, man. You putting this
Hey
shit too.
man.
You putting it too much in
Uh,
their face, clip.
hey man, if niggas eyes work and niggas be logical, they see the same shit I see, but niggas don't think for themselves. That be the problem. That's why I don't even like
Yeah,
talking to a lot of niggas on panels. You know what I'm saying?
facts, facts.
That's why I'm glad I got my own shit. I
No,
let this
God,
shit flow how I want. You know what I mean?
facts.
Real rap,
But
bro.
but yeah, nah, Namir definitely he was the and we looking at the timeline of Keyshawn's career. That was where his hiccup came of recent time, right? Then he kind of, like you
Right.
said, that's when they start curating, like how you said, like, all right, we can't go back that way again. It's the same with taking Lamont Roach. Niggas be trying. I don't give I got eyes, bro, and like I didn't really know too much about Lamont Roach when he fought Tank, and that's just because I'm not gonna get on here like I see all these niggas. I don't. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I got other shit going on, but I love the sport. But I can go off eye test, and then I can go off of brothers that's around me too that stay hip to this shit just probably a little bit more than me. But when I seen Lamont Roach, as far as what he had been doing in his style, I'm like, all right, cool. I think, and just the fact he was a black fighter, because I always been called, even on Greg shit, YSM shit, like in the chats and shit like that, I would always say like when it come to Tank, I'm like, bro, people hype Tank off of his high KO ratio, not discrediting Tank
Right.
from what he's been doing since a shorty to where he's at in his career now. Well, I mean that could be speculated too, but I'm just saying, as far as talent, I feel like he got where he needed to be. He took the Floyd blueprint route of entertainment. Just like Devin took and I said this before, Devin took more of the accolade, and Shakur is the student of Floyd Blueprint, and he gonna come out to me on top. But anyway, I feel like with Tank, they hyped his KO ratio up, and it set perfect because Tank, if you notice out of that draft class, Tank, Devin, Shakur, Tank was like almost on the elite level, like damn near face a boxing type out of them three because he took that Floyd blueprint based off of him having a high KO ratio. So it's like they exploited that shit on the business aspect. You know what I'm saying? And so now when you look at motherfuckers like Shakur on the later end now, that even though he don't got the high KO ratio, but he's building pay-per-view sales. He's building himself as a boxer that got the skill set. When you look at Lamont Roach, when he fought Tank, I said, okay, damn. Look how they held they nuts on him, kind of similar how they did with Jesse Hart, because Lamont Roach actually stood in the paint with Tank. The nigga took a knee. I don't know. I never seen no shit like this in the sport of boxing. Nigga took a knee. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was actually in the pocket and he fought beautiful against Tank to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
for them to that shit to even be questionable to be a draw, you know what I'm saying? It shows you the politics of the sport. So then now we go back to Jesse Hart and Greg Hackett yesterday night. You know what I'm saying? Like and Khalil Coe, I didn't
Mm.
know much about Khalil Coe, bro, but niggas was telling me Khalil Coe was supposed to be him. And from what I seen yesterday, how? Like I don't
I
see it. But
watched the
then
nigga whole career, bro. I watched every fight he ever had. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Khalil Coe, but it's
so what did he ain't do
he a
yesterday,
power
Cook?
puncher. Bro, he didn't do shit. It was large gaps in the fight where he didn't even let his fucking hands go, bro. He didn't do enough to beat that nigga. That's all I know. I can just simplify it. He didn't fucking win. He didn't
So
win, bro.
so let me ask you this. Okay, so let's go to the because you know niggas be on they draft pick shit and all the other type of shit. So let's say from this mindset,
Yeah.
right? Now I'm telling you, like I said, you my brother. I don't never get on here and cap. I ain't too
Absolutely.
familiar with Khalil Cole like that. So I'm gonna take my brother word for like before Cole performance. This is my real like live fight of watching him, right? So
Mhm.
I've watched Jesse fight though before. So
Right.
me and I don't have the knowledge of who Khalil Cole is, and if I was putting my money down on him based off, I could have seen me betting with him based off of what niggas narrative was of what they prior seen to him. But what do you feel like that you seen prior to him that didn't show up yesterday night to where? Because like you said, this shit could get tricky. You could feel like Jesse Hart is the better fighter, but politic wise, I might need to put my money with Khalil Coe because not
Yeah.
only what he's been doing earlier, I mean, as far as what you would know, but just the
Mhm.
odds in the politics. Like, how do you gauge that though?
The only
Or is
thing
that
I the
mm,
only way I would have saw him beating Jesse was he was gonna have to stop him. Jesse taller, Jesse got the range, Jesse's a better boxer, Jesse got better feet. You know what I'm saying? I like Khalil
mm,
Cole body shots. I like his jab when he use it, and he a power puncher, bro.
word?
Those was his only advantages. But that was all the shit. Like I was texting Bang and Tago. They asked me for my breakdown, and I gave them my
Mm,
breakdown like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't 100% spot on, but I was about 60%, 60 to 70% right. And if Cole
mm,
had executed exactly how G said, I'd have probably been about 75% right. Like I already knew what the shit was gonna be, bro. Stay
mm,
out, try to box him from the outside, try to run him in the shots whenever possible. Khalil Cole, somebody who known to have a slight leak in his gas tank, so taking the deeper waters, I think he had never been past 8. This was a 10-round fight. So, you the
word,
guy with the championship experience, literally only lost in championship fights, and two of your losses came to a nigga who's a unified champ at cruiserweight right now. You know
word.
what I'm saying? So I felt like I feel like Jesse wasn't going to stop Khalil Cole, but I feel like G and Jesse wasn't going to let Khalil Cole stop him. That's why when I
Mm,
saw that they had Jesse plus they had plus 147 on the money line, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I needs that." I had that in a parlay. Then I found him at plus 600. I had that in another parlay. And then I found him on fucking Bet MGM. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, for new people, for new accounts, you bet $10, they give you 150 in bonus bets. I said, what? I
uh,
said, shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
need that. I need
So,
that.
you know what I'm saying? So I just put a little 10 piece on Matchroom. I'm like, that was terrible odds. Like, you only won like 50 cent on that shit, but I ain't give a fuck. Get my 10 back plus the 50 cent and 150 in bonus bets. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I'm
it's
telling
free
you.
bread. So when they said, they had them plus 2,000 for the decision, I said, oh yeah. Like, I said, who the fuck making these odds? These niggas is tripping, bro. Hey, yo, Mad Money, I definitely be on it. When we was at the last boost fight, I was telling Bang, I'm like, yo, nigga, you in Philly today, nigga. You not in Texas, cause in Texas they can't bet. I said, yo, listen. I said, yo, bet 365 got this joint where you bet $5. It don't matter if you win or lose, they gonna give you 200 for free. I said, yo, listen, bet that pound and we fucking with house money. You feel me? Nigga,
Yo,
I flipped that shit all kind of way. I done paid bills with that shit. Still got some of that shit tucked, nigga. Fuck you
I'm
talking about?
telling you. Word up, man.
Fuck you talking about, nigga?
When real
Listen, you gonna
niggas
give me something?
win, man.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna give me free what? Nigga, please. And I gotta bet how much? And like I said, bet 365. It ain't matter if you win or lose. You can bet on whatever. Like, you mean? Hey.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I gotta get the tutorial, dog. Yeah, I need the whole little rundown.
For sure, nigga. I'm gonna have you with like $500 in free bet just playing with house money, nigga. Real shit.
Nigga done been up paid the light bill or some other shit, man.
I'm telling you, it's some more shit. light bill and some more shit. All that shit. Pay all your bills off that shit, bro. Right.
Ah,
Oh bullshit.
yo,
That's a fact, bro.
yeah, that's what this shit about, man.
Hell yeah. Any loophole, nigga. If you gonna give it to me for free,
Man, come
I'll be
on.
a dickhead not to take it. I'm already doing the activity. Why I'ma deprive myself? Nigga, I ain't gotta bet my money. I'm gonna spend your shit. Fuck
Facts.
that. But yeah, bro, they man. But yeah, Khalil Coe, that was the only way he was going to beat Jesse Hart, bro. I already knew he ain't had it for him, and now I'm looking like, bro, you're going to fuck around and get dropped, bro. Like, yeah, he need to focus up. Your girl's a world champ, like, bro. You had a regional belt, but your girl really a world champ. She really IBF 154 champ over on the female side,
Oh,
and she got an IBO.
that's his shorty.
Yeah, O'Shea Jones, and she was popping big shit online
Oh
after
yeah,
the fight, like
you
he
gotta
really
go knock
won.
you gotta go sleep some shit, man. You gotta go out there and knock some shit out at the girl at the event. Like,
World
you know,
champ,
Clip, I used
bro.
to always wonder when niggas used to get knocked out, you know, when certain fighters back in the day got knocked out of when they wife in the crowd and shit. You know, nigga don't want to go out. You got your kids and shit here. You know that. You know you can't be drinking booze and shit at your training camp, man. You can't be out here drinking Miller Lite and shit while you're in your training camp, man. You might get knocked out and your wife might be in this motherfucker, man. Like,
Hey man. No, yeah,
you
she was
know,
there when he lost in Philly. She came out holding his belt up and shit. Came in with a smile, left with a frown and shit. But I salute her
uh,
though. Cause she rocking with her nigga. Hey man, even though she know that nigga ain't really win
facts.
that fight last night, she doing what she supposed to do and she riding. So hey, listen. Hey, that's all you can
Yo,
ask for. Now you
yeah,
know next
facts.
time they get in an argument, she gonna throw that shit out. Yeah, like such and such. That's why you ain't really beat Jesse. She gonna say some shit. But right
Facts.
now, she rocking out, so you can't ask for more. Hey, listen, she doing what she supposed to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Shout out to her, man.
No,
Word.
Deuces, wow. But real
Come on.
shit,
This nigga too said, yo.
real red. Hey, yo, Carson Wallace, no bullshit, bro. She hopped in the ring like she was stressed out, bro. She was stressed the fuck out, bro. She didn't think he won that fight, but she got online later and was popping all that shit. Once it had to settle in that they got away with the robbery and the coast was clear, she started talking her shit. Hey man, but I fuck with O'Shea though, man. I ain't gonna talk shit about O'Shea. 'Cause I do fuck with O'Shea. I've seen all her professional fights besides I think her second one, and I've been rooting for her whole career. So I ain't
Yeah,
gonna talk shit, but
she definitely be banging. And I didn't know that was his girl. I thought she was like I thought she was probably part of this training camp or at the same stable or some shit like that.
yeah,
So I
you
definitely
know
seen her.
Bozy coached her to her chips, bro.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm like, damn. So was Cole training with Shakur or was he training with Bozy then? He couldn't have been
No,
training with Bozy.
Coach Rail trained Cole and
Well, yeah,
shit,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she
facts, yeah,
and she
yeah,
left
okay.
Bozy. She left Bozy to go with Coach Rail too. So it's like they got to do everything together. They can't have different trainers or nothing. Like, but whatever, she probably felt like Coach Rail was better for her style because Coach Rail younger and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
facts,
know,
yeah.
probably so. Yeah, Carson
Man,
said he seen it in her face too. She was stressed, nigga. She knew he ain't win.
yeah, man, that nigga definitely whatever they hyped him up to be, or whatever he is to what people were saying, I ain't see it. Maybe I should go
Hmm.
back and look at some of his film, and I will because just as much as I talk shit, I'm gonna do my due diligence. But
Nah, you ain't
and
missed
that's
nothing.
okay, okay, okay.
You ain't
That was
missed
just
nothing.
being fair because if I'm talking nigga shit in red paper cup, I mean not the red paper cup, the plastic shit with the
Right.
gas bag, the '93. Then yeah, I'm calling for what it is. That shit he did yesterday. I'm just saying, man, I wish Jesse would have just established that jab more and made him
Yeah,
respect that jab more, similar to what Andy Cruz was doing. Yeah, man, we would have seen the clear edge out. They definitely played the politics yesterday for sure.
for sure. She said Khalil need to take his ass over to Zuffa. Hey man, did you see that Zuffa shit?
Uh-uh.
Man, that Zuffa card, man, the whole SP, what's up, bro? That whole that whole main card for the Zuffa shit was trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the prelims was better than the main card.
Who was fighting on that motherfucker? I ain't even hear about that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who was fighting on
Fucking
it?
Colin Walsh was the main event. That's the guy that was fighting in the co-main event of the Crawford and Canelo fight. He fought Vargas Jr.
Okay.
And bro,
It was
now
trash.
the main card was trash. The prelims, I fuck with the prelim. The whole prelim was fire to me. Robert
Okay.
Merriweather did his thing. Cashflow
Okay.
Diaz did his thing. Like all that shit was fire.
Okay.
But then, like, I don't know, bro. Now they get a chance to rebound. I think they kind of taking over like the Friday night fights type thing because they coming back again next week. You got Ryo main eventing, and then
Okay.
it's
Who are you fight?
I forget. Hold on, let me check this shit real quick, bro. Let me check this shit. And then you got Boychuk. He coming back in the fight against, I believe, um, Raza Butayev. I'm interested in seeing that fight.
Okay.
Yeah, Zuffa
Yeah, I definitely
boxes
want to see
got
who Ryo fighting next.
for sure. I forget who he fighting, but hopefully it's somebody solid though. All right, he
So
fighting
then,
Diego Torres. Let's see. You see that card if I could find the card though.
so you saying the prelims was lit, but the headline shit was trash.
Man, that shit was trash, bro. They should be ashamed of their motherfucking self. Real shit,
God
bro.
damn.
They should be ashamed of
Yo.
themselves, bro. Now, like I understand you don't necessarily gotta give your biggest show and have your best talent on right away. I'm sure they signed enough people to space everything out and shit and had these shows consistently, week in and week out and shit. But
Mhm.
I wasn't happy with what I saw. I was man, honestly, after the prelims, I wasn't even watching that shit. It was more so watching me. Like I wasn't asleep, but I was on the phone, bro. I wasn't paying that shit no attention,
Yeah,
to be
fact.
honest with you. That shit was straight trash. He said, I'll give you 90K for the main card to win. Yeah, bro. Yeah, real shit, bro.
Yo.
He said Zuffa got their own belts. Yeah, they got their own belts. Of course, they ain't. I want to know what the fuck the belt look like and how the rank is established. Because right now, like I said, they only had their first card, so we gotta see how shit play out. I don't even know who they got in every division. I wish they would
What
just put their own website out so we could see who you have signed, who's in each division, and figure shit out from there.
who the fuck is that though? I ain't even gonna cap you down. Like who the fuck is Zufa?
Zulfa, oh, that's that Turkey Al Sheik and Dana White shit.
Oh yeah, I ain't really got in my turkey bag like that. I ain't with the Aladdin shit, you know. I just seen him putting on little events and shit like that. So I ain't really dug into what he all into.
No, for sure. But they said they got
I,
like a $10 million a year budget. So, they gonna have like, some lower end fighters. They was saying they wanted to do like four major fights a year, but I don't know how that's gonna work. But they did sign Jai Opetaia and they talking about trying to get Usyk. So we gonna see how this shit shake out.
okay, yeah, I like overtime for sure. Yeah. Okay. I thought that was some African shit. I'm like, Zufa, what the fuck?
No.
Yo, I'm like, yo, these niggas done went Zulu tribe on a nigga. Like, what the? They got some Zulu shit going on. What's going on? Yeah.
But they
I ain't-
definitely investing in it, like Alphabet Boxer said. He said if Tessitore wasn't calling it, it would have been unwatchable. They got Joe
Oh,
Tessitore.
they got
They got
Tessator. Oh, that's
Yeah,
lit.
they got Andre Ward on commentary as well. I saw
Okay.
Antonio Tarver. They got the annoying bitch Molly from First Take and shit. And
Okay,
then
okay. All right, okay. They might got something going on over there. Okay, shout out to Zufu, man.
I don't know if they deserve a shout out, but yeah.
Yo, well,
It
fuck them
definitely
then.
wasn't that.
Look,
It definitely wasn't that, bro. For
yeah,
sure.
fuck them. We ball. Fuck them.
No, real shit, bro. Like, but I'm gonna be optimistic because more boxing, the more boxing, the more eyes on the sport. So I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
fact.
hate on them.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I was kind of with that's. I was looking at it from that angle too. But I'm like, all right, because I didn't even know what the hell
Yeah.
that shit was. I'm like Zufu. I'm like, yo, that's some Kimbo Slice shit.
No bullshit, bro. But I want to know who else they got signed. I can't find a website for them. They don't even have their own website. They on some they like a subsection of the UFC website or some shit.
Mm.
The fuck kind
This
of shit
nigga
is
two
that?
cents said they had Fruit of the Loom fits. Damn.
No,
Damn
I
man.
heard somebody say they had him in like uniforms or some shit. So he might not be trolling. He might be trolling, but not trolling at the same time type shit.
Yo, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they got going. But like I said, I'm interested in seeing the Ryo fight, and I'm definitely interested in seeing who else they got that we ain't found out about. I feel like they need to release everybody fucking names. So like, oh, all right, here we go. Athletes. Let's see who the fuck they got, man. See, I click on athlete and go to UFC. Nigga, I was just on Zuffa.
Oh
Man, fuck it.
yeah,
Man, fuck these niggas. They
yeah,
don't even deserve to be talked about, nigga. They
yeah,
ain't even really
man.
separating themselves.
I mean, damn, what else is it to do? You gotta definitely have your website right there lit for a nigga to go check and see what's going on. They tripping. You said they
They
got
keep
a
trying,
$10 million budget?
yeah.
Oh man, they tripping.
You know what I'm saying? They keep trying to make this nigga Colin Walsh like the star. I'm starting to think that's Dana White love child or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really his pops
Uh,
on the low. Like he done main evented on ESPN Fight Pass or UFC Fight Pass a couple times and shit. He just keep trying to push him. For what I saw, he not that, bro. He
mm,
not that. He went against Carlos Ocampo. Carlos Ocampo, we
okay.
only know that nigga for getting knocked out in the first round by Tim Tszyu and fucking Errol
Yeah,
Spence.
yeah.
You fought him at 160 and you beat him by unanimous decision, but it was sloppy as shit.
Right, right.
That was supposed to be a showcase fight for you. And all you showcases that nigga, you not ready for the upper echelon.
Don't
So
get this
I
nigga
don't know,
clip
bro.
started, man. Don't get him started,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, the more boxing, the better. I kind of felt like they was going to aim to be like pro box on steroids and shit. I kind of
Yeah,
like the presentation. Like I said, I like having guys like Andre Ward on commentary, but
right, right.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
the Joe Tessitore, I definitely like that combination.
I saw they had Mark Kriegel too and shit.
Okay.
I don't fuck with Mark Kriegel. That's that nigga that used to be over at Top Ring, always undermining Tim Bradley and shit. I can't fuck with that. He talked to that nigga
Yeah.
like he not a Hall of Famer. I'm like, man, one day Tim gonna smack this shit out this nigga, bro. He gonna say one false
Tim
thing and Tim
is
gonna
Tim
be done
still doing
flip the fuck out.
he still doing commentary over there?
Well, shit, ain't nobody doing commentary over there because they fighting on Tubi and shit. Oh bullshit.
Yo, yo, they still got Bob Arum over there. You notice I'm asking questions because I ain't been keeping up with Top Rank for real, for
Oh, he got dropped by Carlos Ocampo. Oh my goodness, bro.
real.
I ain't even see that. That's how you could tell I wasn't watching this shit. Man, fuck
Yeah,
Luther. Let's talk about my nigga Zay Quinn Moses. Fucking Mad Money Mitch says Zay Quinn be putting belt to shit. Nah, real rap, bro. How you feel about
yeah.
Youngin? What you want next for Zay Quinn Moses?
Shit. For me, I'm probably gonna be biased because he's from the city, man. He from Newark, so shit. I fuck with him all top. I feel like, and he's still young, so I'm like, yo, he gonna grow into his body. So I kind of look at him, of course, not on the level of Abdullah, but like that new prospect of the new town part, the youngins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't really got nobody who I see him going against yet. But far as the fights that I have been seeing from him. Like he been showing to what I've been wanting to see from him, and then just him having Shakur to be able to. I'm sure he be working with him, and I'm sure he don't work with Terrence Crawford too. So just being able to be around those type of people and get game, and then you got Wally, the coach, the OG. So he young still, as long as he continue to be a sponge, I think he gonna be a problem. Like bro was saying earlier, Jay was saying earlier, like 2 or 3 years from now, because that's kind of more where I'm at. I ain't really just all tapped into what he got going on too tough, but
Okay.
what I see from him when I first seen him, I'm like, yeah, what I mean, bro he got the skill set, he got the talent, so I think he
But
gonna
you did
continue
see
to
his fight
grow.
yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
that
yeah.
was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did to me. He performed better in the pocket versus his last fight he did, which he still won that shit. But yesterday he looked more polished to me, more confident.
okay.
So I'm still gauging him from like more of a growing perspective. I don't see him getting dropped or no shit like that time soon. I'm still assessing how he's learning. For real, for real.
Got you.
But I lo-
I
I
want to
like
see
his
him.
performance.
I want to see him versus Giorgio Vizioli. They fought on the same card on that Boots
Ooh,
card and shit.
that's the kid from overseas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good matchup. That's a good matchup.
Only thing is, Vizzioli fight at 35, and Zay Quinn at 130. But I think that's
Hmm.
definitely a match they can make. But I'm seeing how Eddie, after what Vizzioli did in Philly on that Boots card, he put him in
Hmm.
the main event like 2 months later. So I know he high on him. He got him a they got what the fuck they call it? BBFC English lightweight title. So he trying to take him through kind of the same channels he took Dalton Smith. I see him kind of trying to build him as,
Okay.
a draw over there in the UK. So will it
Right.
happen? I don't know. But I think that'd be a good crossroads fight, down the line, maybe in a year,
Right.
year and a half, 2 years for both of them guys.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact. As soon as you said that shit, I'm like, yeah, I forgot about Vizio. I call that nigga Vizio. He pretty
Yeah,
nice.
I like the fucking TV and shit.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, when I seen him, I'm like, yeah, he pretty nice. He all right.
Yeah, yeah, I fuck with the white boy. He nice.
Yeah. And who you said, Dawson Smith? That kind of yeah, he put me in that type of mindset as far as them trying to build him in that type of light.
Shit, how you feel about Dalton Smith? I don't think I heard your breakdown for the Dalton Smith and Matias shit. How you felt about that joint?
I ain't even, bro. Tell you the truth, I ain't even see that shit. I ain't even
Yeah,
see it. Nope. You'll have to
I
tell me more
respect it.
about it. I ain't even see that
I
shit.
respect it. I respect it.
I
I
ain't even
respect
see it.
it. You know what? I know you already heard he stopped Matias and shit.
Yeah, he did.
Punched him all on his shit. Punched him all on his shit. Stopped him.
We talking about Super Real Matias,
Yeah.
bruh. Okay, so look.
Damn, where
Okay,
you been
now,
at?
bruh, I ain't gonna lie. The trap done had me in the chokehold, bro. The
I
trap done had
got
me in the
you.
chokehold. Yeah, you know how that go. But yeah,
Money, yeah, money,
but no,
money. You know what I'm saying? Money come first.
yeah, yeah, but I've been cooking up on the back end too on them highlights, so that shit be taking a lot of my time too. So I be trying to catch what I can catch. But just far as Sabura Matias, just in general though, I wasn't really sold on him either. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't like. I liked him. Like I thought, far as the shit that he won in, like all right, but I wasn't sold on him. Kind of similar to like Tim Zoo. Yeah, I felt like questionable about him. You know what I mean? So to hear that you say he got punched on, like I wasn't surprised.
Bro,
I
I ain't
wouldn't
gonna
be
lie, it was a
surprised.
good fight. It was a good fight. You watched Abdullah Mason in Sam Noakes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Your facts. Yeah, yeah.
I tell you,
That was a bang
as
out.
long as as long as it lasted, it was a more action-packed fight than that. If that's any indication.
Mm. Okay, 2 cents saying worth the replay, Carmen. They sure. Okay, yeah. I know my brother saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Both my brothers saying that, so I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Now
Yeah.
he a player at 140. I think it'd be an interesting fight between him and Pitbull. I know we can't really get into that because you ain't really seen Dalton Smith like that. But I remember
Hmm.
when the fight first got announced that Dalton Smith was fighting Subriel Matias, a lot of people was like, man, Dalton Smith gonna get knocked the fuck out. Da, da, da. I'm like, man, y'all niggas better do y'all research. Like, he a little better than people think. Like, I think,
He the white boy from overseas, ain't it?
yeah, he from UK. He from Sheffield, England.
Yeah, he white or some shit.
Well, yeah, you know most of the niggas from over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's,
yeah. I'm just making sure because I've literally got. I'm telling you, I can't remember him like that, but I think I know who you talking about, as far as the image in my head. But he's just one of them niggas. I just ain't really latch on to like what he got going on for real, for real.
yeah,
So, but
like
I
I
think I
fuck with
know
him.
exactly who you talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching him for a little while. I feel like people just wasn't in tune with him. You know how when people not familiar with a
Yeah.
name and the name don't jump off the screen, jump off the paper, people just dismiss him. Ah, whatever.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that was
Hmm.
gonna be a tough fight for him. Way better feet. I felt like he had the power and he could box and bang with him. You know what I'm saying? He could trade with him if he needed to. I expected him to box a little bit more, but he came out throwing that shit from round one. He was doing a little bit of holding and shit, but I feel like that was just to break Subriel Matias' rhythm, slow him down and shit. Because Subriel, he really feed off of you getting your shit off for the first 2 rounds, seeing what he could take, and then he go to work on you. And that's kind of
Yeah.
what he
Yeah.
did in the
Facts.
first round. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you know what I'm saying, once he tried to start pushing him back, they was both getting their shit off, but he cracked him with something nice, put his ass down, and
Yo.
when he got up, the ref called it.
Oh, so he dropped him?
Yeah, it dropped him. You know what I'm saying? He hit him with
Oh.
one, and Matias took that joint and was still there. So he hit him with another smack him, dropped his ass.
Oh shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Shout out that boy Dalton Smith, man. Let me put some
Yeah,
respect on
bro.
this shit there. You know what I mean?
What, man? Money, what? You think what, nigga? Oh man, let me read these comments. Niggas in here tripping. He
No, you know
said,
I can't see the chat. What the chat said?
okay. Man, Money said he think Kid Austin to stop saying Noakes. Oh man, I don't see that, bro. I don't rate Kid Austin that
No,
high, bro. I don't,
man,
yeah. I don't rate
man,
Kid Austin high, bro. I don't, man. I know he knocked out.
man.
Yeah, I know he knocked out Tevin Farmer, and he from my city. Yeah, he did a Philly nigga bad, but I don't listen. I don't see that shit,
Yo,
bro.
you know, yo, I mean, no shade to Tevin Farmer. You know I love Philly. No shade to Tevin Farmer. I fuck with Tevin Farmer and what he did in his career. But I didn't really, to me, I mean, let's be real now. I ain't, I be in and out sometimes. So, but
Yeah.
if I go on my little crystal ball and get the rub of that crystal ball and shit and see what the fuck it show me, it'd be like, damn, one Schofield supposed to be fighting Shakur once upon a time, and then like he faked the heat stroke and almost died too, like Virgil did at one
Hey,
point. But
bro.
I don't know. Maybe I be tripping because I do be smoking this shit. I don't know. So it's like nigga, you beat Tevin Farmer, and then they like everybody kid Austin, kid off. Like, bro, man,
Hmm.
stop it, bro. Like,
Kid just
I'm
got
not so.
dropped by a nigga we never heard of before. Now anybody could drop you, but let's be real, like he was struggling like a motherfucker and got
Yeah, come
dropped,
on,
bro.
bro. Come on, bro. I know that much. I ain't gonna ever sit on this bitch like I'm just the boxing guru, but I do know that much.
Hmm.
I use my eyes when you know what I mean. So yeah, nah, hell no.
And I ain't gonna hold you. I've been telling niggas this why niggas gotta listen to me, but it's also why I gotta post more.
Yeah, pop
You know what
your
I'm
shit,
saying?
Clip.
It's
Yeah.
also why I gotta post more because I be saying shit and I be saying shit way before everybody. I've been telling niggas for a year. Kid Austin never wanted to fight nobody, bro. After that
Mhm.
Shakur shit fell through, I said he don't want to fight for a chip. He waiting for a vacant. I've been telling niggas this for the longest, bro. I just
Mm.
said this shit recently. Matter of fact, on the
Damn.
John where I first bought the red cup out, when I was talking my shit,
Yeah,
he like, yo, Cup,
yeah.
you talking your shit. I was like, bro, it's almost that time. He really don't want to fight for a chip, bro. I'm like, he waiting on a
Yeah.
vacant. And like the next day is when the tank shit came out and they said the marshals and all them was looking for him. And then like the day after that, the WBA was made him champion recess. Now you see he talking about Lamont Roach and now he talking about Lucas Body. I've been told niggas he didn't want the fucking Shakur WBC shot. He was looking at the Muratalla IBF shot, but didn't really want that. The nigga ended up having fucking bed bug bites on his wrist or some shit and was trying to get out of that shit. I literally
Yo.
just told niggas, bro, like it's on tape, bro. And you can see what day the live was. I literally told niggas the day before this tank shit came out. That was the last time I said it. I said he wanted to fight for a vacant, bro. And what we see, he about to fight. He's going to end up fighting Lucas Body for a WBA vacant. Nigga keep talking about him and Roach. He's not going to fight fucking Lamont Roach. He's going to fight
First,
Lucas Body, bro.
man, first of all, he gonna get punched the fuck down if he fight Lamont Roach. Like, what is we talking about? Like, that shit gonna be so fucking ridiculous. Like, that shit gonna be highlight real content for me for sure. He definitely not really like he ducked Shakur. Like, are we just gonna act like this nigga didn't duck Shakur? Like he went in the hospital bed and shit. I seen a picture of this shit. It's all public information. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, how else could we not look at it like that? What you, as far as what you saying? But how can we not look at it like that? Like, bro, most like you had a Shakur fight back then and you didn't take the opportunity. It's the same way they tried to do boots. You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
You
So.
notice how all the bullshit come from Golden Boy side, bro? Them some Golden Boy niggas.
Hmm.
Nigga talking about some. They rip passes, they rip pages on my passport, and they put cream on my son. Like nigga, what did they rip the pages out the passport or put the fucking cream on your son, nigga? Which one was it? You just be saying shit, bro. Like now, my nigga Bang said he comparing his son to Jesus Christ and all type of shit. I'm like, man, somebody he's pulling a Norman Senior, and I don't want to make this about Norman Senior. No disrespect to Norman Senior, bro. You done been through enough, literally.
Right,
But
right, right,
like, bro, he pulling a Norman Senior. He know just to stay in the algorithm and to stay on these pages to keep his name hot until it's time for him to fight, bro. That's
right.
it. And like I said, remember, Kid Austin was supposed to fight uh Ashton Silva when Ashton Silva was signed to MVP. That fight ended up not happening for whatever reason. But shit, now looking at the way he moved, maybe he ducked that shit too. I don't even fucking know at this point. You feel me?
Man, what the elders say, the old folks used to say, if it look like a duck, it's probably a duck. You
If
know
it
what I'm
walk like a
saying?
duck and talk like a
Yeah,
duck,
talk like a duck is a
if it walk
duck.
like a duck and quack like a duck, is a motherfucking duck. God damn it.
Yeah, man, it's a duck,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? So he's supposed to fight Silv. Silv lose to Body. Now I'm like, that's why he gonna fight Body. Jake Paul ain't got no champ. He ain't got no male champions. He got all female champs. He done cornered the market on female boxing. You don't think he looking for one of his male guys to have a championship fight to
Right,
win a
right.
championship? So I could see him putting up big money for a fucking Lucas Body versus Kid Austin fight for the vacant WBA. You feel me? I
Mm,
see the play, bro. I see the play. Now, don't let this shit happen and come out like a month from now. Niggas gonna be like, damn, Clip Ben said that. Like,
yeah,
I be on this shit, bro.
yeah. He
All I
definitely
think
want
about is fucking boxing. I barely watch other sports.
to facts, facts, facts. That's why yeah, I could definitely see him taking that vacant route for sure. I mean, and even if niggas say that's just the niggas going pushing the narrative, like, I mean, niggas did the same with Boots. Niggas was pushing the narrative with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but to me, this ain't no narrative. It's obvious. Like, bro, come on. Like, you had
Hmm.
too many opportunities and you have yet to fail to take advantage of it. And then you got your crybaby ass pops on this motherfucker, looking like Shanae and shit off mine.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, bro, and that's another thing, bro. Like, these niggas, man, just that shit. Well, I ain't even gonna go there with Brian Norman, bro. I'm gonna just leave that shit alone. And I do respect Brian Norman. I seen, I think one of his interviews after, he had took the loss and shit, and I had watched it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bro got a solid hit. But he was like that though, cause me and him trained at the same gym, so he was,
Right.
yeah, he was like that in real life. So just to see how that shit played out, I really think his pop should have been, let his son dictate his career, man, especially when he done got this far in it. And that was gonna be big for
Man.
the city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the
Facts.
whole route of him going the Boots route because just honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's better than Boots in no form or fashion, but and how they was calling him out. So I thought that was all bullshit, you know what I mean? And I thought Devin Haney was gonna do what he did to him, but just to see, how grounded he is, and and bro definitely dedicated. Like I definitely done seen him in the gym, like, and he not one of these ego driven ass niggas. So I definitely want to see him thrive in the sport. And I hate that his pops got on his bitch and really fed into the media the way he did. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
shit crazy.
I
You
fuck with
know?
Junior. Junior a solid nigga. I always like Junior, man. That ain't never changed, until I kind of fell back off him a little bit when he started feeding into some of the shit his pop was saying about Boots and shit.
Right.
But I understand, that's family first. Sometimes, you gonna back they play even if you don't agree with it all the way. Cause like I said, sometimes you go down with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Is you against the other
Hmm.
side. So I can dig it. But his pop, his pop just fell in love with the attention.
Hmm.
Somebody has said it, and I agree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly, it's like when the ugly nigga start getting money, he start getting bitches. But you gotta understand, they ain't even fuck. They not fucking with you for you. They fucking with you for the money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They wasn't fucking with you for you. They was fucking with you because you get on their platform, talk shit, and you blow their numbers and their engagement up. You stupid motherfucker. Should have got your own
Right.
channel.
Yeah, he should have fell the fuck back, bro. Like, to be honest,
Right.
and really built a team around Brian Norman. I'm gonna just say this here because I don't really been around these people. Like, I know his coach, Coach B, a great coach. Like, I really chopped it up with this. I didn't even, bro. When I went to, I'm gonna I'm gonna say it on here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even said this shit on my own live, but I trained at a gym called Hitsville Gym. It's in Forest Park, Georgia, which is like probably 10 minutes out of Atlanta. So that's where I didn't even know I was training next to Brian Norman Jr. in the gym. Like that's how he would be in that bitch. And his coach is one of the main coaches. There would be different coaches, of course, sharing the gym, training different fighters. So, but yeah, I didn't even know Brian Norman was who he was when he was in that motherfucker. But just how he carried himself, and what I'm saying, he was in that bitch. I knew he was somebody though, because niggas was like, of course, gravitating and paying attention to him, but he didn't really have like this ego type of energy and vibe about himself. But Coach B is a great coach, was one of his coaches. for the fight. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? I think they should have got. I ain't gonna say far as like on the physique level that maybe his team. I don't know if they got a team even. But when you look at motherfuckers like Bud and how Bud got his team, when you look at the amount of people he got on his staff, when you look at motherfuckers like Boots, Boots ain't got that many people on his staff. Maybe we don't know, but from what it looks like, he don't. But he don't have to because of the key components he has that he can put together. I feel like that's what Brian Owens Sr. should have allowed for his son to grow into, far as especially being a world champion. You know what I mean? Like when you look at Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Floyd, we seen them have they difficulties and shit like that, where Roger had to step in and stuff like that. But I just think it was a different when you seeking attention and shit like that, it show. It showcases stuff, and when the ego get the better of yourself, because bruh, like the way this man was on the internet, you know what I'm saying? You could not know who Brian Norman Sr. was and the things he was saying. But now look how the time has showed itself. And it's just like, bro, that shit has, whether a motherfucker want to say it has or not, to me, that shit could have been detrimental to what your son was doing and the direction he's going. And like I said, I know his coach personally. Like, don't talk to this man. Like, wanted to interview him. He don't want to get interviewed. He ain't with the social media shit. But he an OG. He one of the
Okay.
older. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was telling him, I was popping shit about Greg when I first got to the gym. Like when I locked in and was like, I'm this one I'm gonna be at. Like I'm like shit, Greg, that's my man. Woo, 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 woo. I'm not even knowing. This is before Brian Norman Senior fought Greg. Like literally like 3 or 4 weeks before. I'm in they home gym popping shit about Greg. Like this my dog. Like, so I ain't biased. You know what I'm saying? And I love this. I love this city. Like, I think if Brian Norman Jr. would have took a different route, not in the way that you saying, what's my man that you was just talking about, with the bitch ass dad,
Go for it.
not like, yeah, not like a ducking route, but more like all right, I'm gonna build my shit up, be patient, not call certain fighters out because I still gotta prove myself and get to certain shit because like niggas say, like Tank, I've heard Tank say, I heard Boots tell niggas, I've heard Devin tell niggas this shit. When you get up underneath these lights to a certain level of this shit, like you feel that shit. We seen it with Lima. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Boots, Boots was telling Lima that shit. You know what I mean? So I don't think Brian. I think Brian Norman Sr. talking played a lot into Brian Norman Jr. career going more faster than it probably should have, premature pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And I think he
Right.
did feed into it too, but wholeheartedly from what I've seen from him in person, and I seen him again too when I met Greg at the fight when he fought Brian Norman Sr. out here. You know what I'm saying? I had pulled up on Greg and shit and the people's and I knew then. I'm like, I looked at his, you know what I'm saying, his stature for real then because, like I said, I had been in the gym with him and not even realizing who he was. So, but when I really was like,
Yeah.
okay, man, this what they talking about? I'm like, nah, he ain't big enough for real, for real. I think he got to grow into his body more. Same way, at once upon a time we felt like Abdullah. Same way we feel about what's Moses, Aquin Moses. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
how they gonna be 2 or 3 years from now? I think Brian Norman Jr. should have went that route and played it smart. Top rank ain't really have nobody for real, for real. You know what I mean? So to me, it looked like they were trying to push him and throw him out there, especially with that boot shit. I'm like, y'all crazy, dog. Like, I don't see what y'all seeing, and bro, to even compare him when you got boots calling out motherfuckers like Bud and Errol Spence. Like, what is we talking about? Like,
No, real
but
shit. I fuck with
yeah, but
Brian Norman though, man. I think he'll be fine. I think he's doing himself a great service by, sitting his dad on the bench, I'm saying, bringing in,
yeah.
a more experienced eye, somebody that can give adjustments. Like I said, I ain't gonna make this a Greg versus Norman Senior thing, but I ain't never seen Norman Senior give infight adjustments like Greg did last night.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Greg.
I'm
Greg,
saying.
bro, Greg solid, bro. Like for real, dog. And I don't be trying to talk about my brothers too much, man. But I'll be loving to give y'all flowers for real. You, Greg, dog. Like, yeah, man. Like everything he was saying, like I'm glad they had my boy on that camera, man, because he deserved that shit. Like, give my boy some more time, because bro, IQ really, really crazy for real, for real. And if niggas really that's why I say your staff, your team, who you got. Like we gonna see what even with Keyshawn, like he got his old people that he once had when he came in the game with versus Bowman. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they have been doing well, because he been with them for what the last 4 years. So we gonna be
Yeah.
able to see. You know what I'm saying? I guess I wouldn't say the administrative aspect, but just like the business side or just the logical aspect of who you got around, who you got playing your certain roles, who your nutritionist is. All this shit is stuff that matters in the sport. You gotta have the right key components. And then of
I
course you
agree.
gotta deliver on the night. You know what I'm saying? When it's time for you to come and do what you're supposed to do. So, you know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
Who you
But
want
shout
to
out
see
to
Brian
Brian.
Norman fight next?
Man. Hell, why not? Him. I think him and Stanionis and got. I think him and Stanionis. Shit,
I would
I
like
want my.
that.
I wouldn't mind seeing him and Stanionis. Um, cause shit, and realistically, if Boots would have stayed at 147, it was what Stanionis and Boots, and he was calling Boots out when he was at 147. So, shit, fight Stanionis.
Yeah, I would say I want to see him fight Rohan Polanco though. That's another
Oh
welterweight
yeah,
over
that'll be.
there at Top Rank that
Yeah.
been talking big shit. Coach Hector Bermuda is his coach. You know what I'm saying? He be talking big shit. He was talking about he can whoop Boots, he could whoop this one, he could whoop that one. I believe he said he could whoop Norman. He said he feel like he the best at 147. Now, do he mean that? No, but when you don't mean certain shit you shouldn't say. It's plenty of ways to build your fighter up and get the eyes on your fighter, and get people invested and interested in your fighter without talking out your ass. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
Fast.
last time it was somebody ahead of Brian Norman at 147 over at Top Rank was Giovanni Santillan. We saw what happened to him. That was an opportunity he wasn't even supposed to get, and he made the best of it. And he parlayed that into, you know, two successful title defenses in a Devin Haney check. You know what I'm saying? So why not cut Rohan Polanco off at the pass? They was talking like they ready. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if they ready. Either that or Tiger Johnson. Tiger
Mm.
Johnson just got a good win over Nicholas Floss on Pro Box. And with Top Rank not having a deal right now, a lot of they guys are just sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
So, but that could be a fight that maybe could land on another card or something because Top Rank has been lending their fighters out, typically to fight fighters from other promotions, but maybe we could see that fight land on the card. Two Top Rank guys go against each other. Or maybe it can be on one of these undercards. Like that's what I would like to see and shit. I think that's good for him. I think
Who
that'd
you
be a
who,
good joint for
who
him.
you think will win between Brian Norman Jr. and Tiger?
I think Brian Norman could beat Tiger, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I think so too, for
I
sure.
think the thing is, I think it depends on the night and it depends on how they come in. I want to see what Brian Norman gonna look like under whichever coach he chose. Because we saw him picture with Derrick James, but that don't mean that that's who he choosing. We saw Errol Spence with fucking Breadman. You know what I mean? So I don't, until I hear that that's officially who he choosing, I honestly don't know. But I feel
Mm,
like even though Tiger got this knockout in this last fight, he kept spamming the same shot. Like it eventually
right,
landed, but what if it didn't? You was looking for that
right.
same shit. Like, and that's why I always say people forget everything that happened before the knockout. Like, I knew he wanted to land that one shot from the first round. He just
Yeah,
happened to
yeah,
be able to land it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I think I think either man can win. But who would I put my money on? 9 times out of 10 in the fight, I would say I think Norman beat him.
yeah.
Norman not terrible. He just need a little bit of work. He a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I fuck with him though.
Who do you think he
Oh, he
should
said, oh, go ahead.
who you think he should coach? Like, I mean, who you think should coach him? Like, who would you pick? Like, if you had to pick out somebody.
I like the Derrick James style for him,
Mm, okay.
honestly, because people try to say he's super athletic. I don't really see that. I see a big, strong guy that like to come in. He like to seek and destroy, much like Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So let him be that kind of fighter. That's his coach. I think he got the best style for him, either him or Breadman. But I don't think
Yeah,
Brian Norman should come anywhere near Philly to train, bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Why you
saying?
say
You
that
think
though?
because nigga, you see how his dad was crashing out just from getting demoted? What you think he gonna do? He come to train with a Philly trainer. Nigga, he gonna be ready to hurt his fucking self or be ready to hurt his son.
Nah, but you know what? He need to fall the fuck back. He already done, can I talk my shit real quick?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want
Man,
over this
fuck
bitch.
that. That nigga done did too fucking much, man. to have my boy going out there looking like that and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He put, you know what I mean? He sprinkled too much motherfucking salt. He didn't know if he want to throw salt or ice, man. I feel like he was slick hating on my boy. You know what I mean? But that's here nor there. I ain't gonna even indulge in all that. But yeah, no, he need to fall the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? He need to go to Philly. Because I always said his footwork. I've been saying that shit since Boots was at 147 that I felt about. Uh, and you know, I'm a footwork junkie. Yeah, like I'm always gonna
Yeah.
stress footwork in boxing. Like, because
Hmm.
it be that's like one of the first things that stand out to me when I'm watching somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, he needs to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that Philly style. Because, like you said, Brian Norman Jr. is not a bad fighter at all. Like, he
Nope.
can excel underneath what obviously he's been around, you know what I'm saying, to get to where be a world champion. Some people could say politics or whatever, but he made it there. So imagine if he comes from actually he ain't gonna the discipline part ain't the problem for him. He
Right.
just needs the right direction. You know what I'm saying? That right person who gonna navigate him. And I think far as discipline and all the other shit, he gonna make what he gonna do with everything else. And he got that right person that's gonna challenge him and get him out of that stationary ass style that he tends to fight in. Yeah, to me, the urgency would be sending his ass to Philly. That's the urgency though. But if like I think Derrick James would be all right for him too if it's somebody complimenting what he already has built as far as his foundation. I think Derrick
Yeah.
James on that type of pro elite level will be definitely a good fit, like you said, for him. You know what I mean? Realistically.
Now I think if we talking about footwork, I don't think his footwork gonna get drastically better fucking with Derrick James, but the majority of his style, the way his shit already predicated, I think he'd be a hell of a trainer for him because I was talking to Foreign on a live recently, and he was
Mm,
like, he was thinking, maybe Robert Garcia or somebody for him. I'm like, nah, I mean, he really got that. Robert Garcia has, that Mexican style down packed and shit, and just because
hmm
Brian Norman like to go in and rumble don't necessarily make it a
A
Mexican
good
or
thing.
type of style. You feel me? But I was
Yeah.
telling Foreign, I'm like, sometime in order to speed up, you gotta slow the fuck down. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, Derek James is somebody, he's gonna break him down. He's not gonna take away what he have. He gonna show him a better way to use it. He gonna slow him down, make him better technically and mechanically. So the things that
Right.
already make him who he is, he's gonna be able to flourish with those same attributes under somebody like Derek James. You feel me?
See.
Because I feel like
Mhm.
Brian Norman, he feel like he got to throw everything fast. He got to throw everything hard. There's no change up on nothing. You feel
Right.
me? I feel like somebody like Derrick James would be good for him. You know what I'm saying? Personally.
And see, to that, it's like, damn, they both even though. But like how you saying it is 1,000%. But see, I feel like he a black fighter. He need a rhythm to himself. Like he don't got no rhythm for real, for real. Like you know how
Hmm.
this shit's simple, bro. It's the science. Like niggas be want to be so complicated with it, but it's like a motherfucker who be off beat, who can't clap on beat, or they can't dance. Like ain't got no rhythm to them. It's the same
Yeah.
shit in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like Andy Cruz should have showed more of that shit because he has that Cuban style. Like I think you were saying that earlier, kind of like his
Yeah.
footwork, use his footwork a
Hmm.
little bit more. Like I was expecting that more too. You know what I mean? And I was kind of expecting him to be a little bit more aggressive to like let him know like, all right, motherfucker, I know you want to come in on me. The minute you do, I'm gonna bang with you and then I'm gonna move around. I'm gonna dance, nigga. Like I'm gonna steal the rounds. Like I'm gonna go in this bitch. You know what I mean? Because he got the personality for it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I feel like that's what Brian Norman Jr. need. Not necessarily saying the flamboyant shit. I'm saying as far as like that rhythm, somebody who gonna make him move his feet. And he does it because I've seen this nigga jump rope personally. Like the nigga can skip rope. It's crazy.
Right.
But you
But
know what
we
I'm
know that
saying?
ain't really footwork. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, it ain't
he was
exactly
jump
when it comes to
he
the
was
ring.
jumping the shit out that rope in them promo
Yeah,
videos his dad was doing. This nigga said they talking about he ain't got no footwork. Who ain't got no footwork? Let it be
and he was,
footwork. Let it be
hey,
footwork.
hey, he was on the footwork like Duran, wasn't it? Like what the
You
fuck?
feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit lulled niggas to sleep. But I told niggas, I'm like, man, you can't. Well, you was on the live, yeah, when I was breaking that shit
hmm
down with me, you were Trav and Foreign and all
Right.
them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, man, you can't, and shout out my nigga Trav, man. Happy belated birthday to my
Yeah.
nigga Trav,
Shout out to
man.
Foreign and Trav, man. Foreign and Trav, dog.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, you
I'm
was. You
like,
definitely did.
man, y'all getting fooled by that shit. That's like a nigga being in the gym with nobody guarding him and he just draining threes. But you put this nigga in the game, a nigga put one hand in his face and that shit brick. Man,
Yeah, facts.
you know what I'm saying? You can't get fooled by that shit.
Yeah, you can't. You definitely can't. Because that shit got to transition into that ring. But that's what I was
Exactly.
saying about Jesse earlier, though. When Greg was in, I was saying like a nigga tell you some shit in your corner because everything he was telling him was 1,000% right. But I'm like, if I'm in Jesse's shoes, I'm like, damn, because we could see that Jesse was getting fatigued, and it's like, your mind,
Right.
you gotta that shit take a certain willpower, bro, and discipline. Like, so that's why when I see certain fighters that do that shit with ease, like a Boots or a Bud or you know what I mean, motherfuckers like that, it'd be like crazy to even see it. It's like how a motherfucker don't know that this talent. They act like they don't see that this talent is it. Because you understand how hard it is. Like, bro, fatigued in this motherfucker. His coach clearly telling him this is what's going on. Like, do this, but you still gotta translate that shit into the match. You know what I mean? You could
Word.
do training camp, and like you said, you could skip the rope the best and do all that bullshit. But if you can't execute that shit in the ring, it was like you went to training camp for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. But yeah, I fuck with Cuz though. He gonna be all right. I just hope the
yeah,
relationship with him and his dad is good. Cause his dad was tripping a little bit. And I could understand, in that moment he was emotional, but that's why he gotta understand when he had those moments, stay the fuck off of social media. It don't matter if
facts.
they hitting you up, asking you to do interviews. What Cat Williams say? You got to tell them no. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell them no, man. Take a
Word.
second to yourself, really recalibrate and think about what it is that you want to say. Boxing Wiz, what's up, bro? Yeah, and really think about what it is that you want to say. And the thing is, I don't think he know what to say and what not to say. And god damn it, I didn't want to turn this into a Brian Norman senior topic, so I ain't gonna go hard on
We here now, Clip. Fuck it, man. We ain't chopped it up really. Me and you one on one with this shit. Go ahead. We here, bro. Fuck it.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Come on,
Look,
nigga.
we some niggas drinking, some niggas smoking, some niggas getting money. Look, we here, y'all. Look, let's talk about this shit, man. Fuck it.
Hey man, yeah, I would, but like I said, Derrick James would be good for him. I think he got a bright future. Like you said, the work ethic is not lacking at all. He definitely had
Word.
the right mindset. He's going to be able to sell his fight because he talk his shit.
Mm-hmm.
He talk his shit. Oh, these Patriots 10-7 in the fourth quarter. Oh, this a defensive game like a motherfucker.
Yeah, sound like.
Okay. Well, shit. Like I
Yeah, I
said, I
think.
wasn't worried about that game anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, he gonna be good, bro. Like he gonna be good as long as he get the right people around him and start working on challenging himself. Whatever he's been doing, all right, you did that. Okay, cool. It got you to a world championship level. All right, now let's see what else we can add. Okay, you fired your pops. At this point, like man, fuck what Brian Norman Sr. talking about. I'm telling him this as his friend. You never come up. I'm not his friend, but this is what I would be telling him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not even a friend, like somebody who's just all right, your best interest, like for your career longevity, what you could turn this shit to. Because like I say, I live in the city this man from. So like for him to have won, if he would have won and did what he was supposed to do, that because I'm not gonna act like niggas is just out here screaming Brian Norman Junior name. That's why I said his approach to it kind of, and I think it was his father really like was more premature because he still had to solidify his name out here in this city. You got to think we had Van Holyfield out here. You know what I'm saying? At once upon a time. You know what I mean? Like big fights happen out here. You had Tank come out here and fight. So like Atlanta is a city, especially if you're born from here. You wanna as a boxer, and you know what I mean. You coming from like that. It's been a gap period since Holyfield. Same way I felt about Keyshawn with Pernell Whitaker. The opportunity he had in Virginia. You know what I'm saying to bring to lift Virginia up as a whole, as a sport. You know what I'm saying? Keeping that tutelage of boxing that came historically before you. You know what I'm saying? These are a lot of the opportunities that some of these boxers have. You know what I mean? And I feel like his father sabotaged. That's just me just being real about it. And I feel like he should just fall the fuck back. Let your son do what he got to do, handle his business. He done came this far. Why hate on your seed? You know what I'm saying? This is something you came from, bro. Do you know I got a 5-year-old nigga like she know how to box and she's shooting the basketball, bro. I can only imagine if she actually gets to the point, or when she gets to the point of where she excels in this shit. Like fuck the money, like this is something that I created. Like I'm never gonna go online and talk down on. You know what I'm saying? So to see bro really fed into that shit, I don't think he should have no dealings with bro career at this point. You know what I'm saying? respect, bruh. Let him make his decisions on who he want to have in his corner and allow him to flourish until he needs who he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this loss for him was a great loss. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way with Andy Cruz. I don't feel like it was a and niggas got to get over that loss shit. Fight, bruh. Show these people why. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I damn near I watched Diego Corrales and who was that Diego Corrales ended up beating in the Castillo, I think
Yeah, yep.
in the last round. I was man, I damn near shed a tear because I ain't seen I ain't watched no Diego shit in a while. You know what I'm saying? And it just took me. It was so nostalgic, bro. It took me back, and I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, really got there. You see the willpower that you got to have in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So I think bro just needs to fall back and let bro just step into to whatever it is he gonna build because he like you say he got the skill set and shit. As long as he get the right coaching and he's able to listen to the coaching, he gonna be all right. He gonna be good.
Right. Like say I feel the same way you feel, man. I got a son, I got a 10-year-old son. And if me and him came up together, and became, champions as a trainer and a coach together, I would
Fast.
definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I would definitely feel some kind of way about being demoted, but I want my son to succeed more than I want to be the reason for his success. So if that's
Hmm.
what he feel like, and I'm raising him to be a man's man. So if he feel like, yo, Pop, I appreciate everything you did, but this what I gotta do to go to the next level, then who the fuck am I to stand in your way when I'm the one that always wanted you to get to the top of the top anyway?
Man, facts.
You understand?
Facts.
So it's like, but everybody see it different. Everybody see things differently. And I can't tell nobody how to feel, but I feel like, Norman Jr. is, more of a man's man than his pop. His pop love the
Right.
attention and all that shit. His pop love the notoriety. He wanna be the one that everybody talking about, bro. Certain people just don't know how to sit back. See, my thing is I ain't got to be the one driving the car as long as we get to the destination safe. We all
Hmm.
show up at the same time.
I'm telling
Some
you.
people can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. For real.
And that's his pop. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, but I value the relationship I had with my pop. And I don't
Right.
want them to fall out over no boxing shit. Cause this shit ain't
Right.
forever. You feel me?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
And you
saying?
got
Like
a
let's
you got a world champ as a son, dog. Like
word.
nigga, like what is we talking about? Like, bruh, like it's nothing. It's nothing, bruh, that will make me get on the internet and speak down. Bro, I'm looking at my son. Like this shit came out of me. Like maybe
Exactly.
I just be smoking too much gas sometimes, but it's like, damn, I created that shit and this motherfucker won a world championship. Now, granted, that's material shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this is still my child, though. My child, like, bro, I was watching Derrick Rose retirement shit. That was my dog. Derrick Rose, like
Yeah,
my nigga.
yeah.
And bro, I damn this shit a tear on that too. I be getting my feelings when I be hitting the 93 gas sometimes clip. You know what I mean? Reminiscing on the culture. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, this nigga D Rose, bro. Like D Rose, the youngest MVP. You know what I'm saying? Bro
Yeah.
went through all kind of obstacles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at that type of shit, and we going to another sport like boxing. And I feel like that's what Brian Norman Jr. And I feel like there's lessons on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure Brian Norman Jr. ain't wake up knowing that his pops was like that. I seen his pops before at the gym. Like he definitely got that personality he has online like that in
Mhm.
real life. But the thing is like, bruh, that shit, if it become counterproductive to what y'all building as far as a resume in the sport of boxing and legacy, then that's where, we end up where we at now. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, it's
Right.
fucked up, but it like you say, it's gonna work out. But for Kid Austin, like you were saying earlier, you know, it could potentially be the same thing if he don't get his shit together with as far as his pops and how he portrays himself on the media. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, that nigga
you
don't even
know,
got a phone, bro. Like, what the fuck? I
oh,
wish
he
I
don't got a
would have to
phone.
act. Nigga, he don't got a phone, bro. His dad has the phone, bro. You ever peep how whenever it's supposed to, like, I'll see an interview, it'd be like, Floyd Schofield Jr. I click on it. This nigga Pops is in the camera talking. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I gotta go back and look at the title. Like, damn, did this say should say junior or senior?
How old that nigga is?
Man, this nigga like 23 or some shit, and he a father, bro. Like, how the fuck? Like, what you gotta ask for permission to talk to your baby mom? Like, how do you? I don't understand that. And they try to sell it as, yeah, he's focused. He doesn't have a phone. He's He doesn't feed into the outside distractions. Nigga, living with you is an outside distraction, and he live with the nigga. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's wild. This man got a don't he got a whole child and don't got a phone? What the fuck? Like,
I don't understand that. Like, I understand social media can be a distraction for guys, but it would be no bigger distraction for him on social media than all the shit that you say is his pop. So I don't even feed into that shit. I
yeah, that's
honestly feel
crazy.
like I honestly feel like, bro, kid Schofield scared of his pop. Like his pop used to be beating on him or some shit. Like he got like
Right.
battered syndrome or some shit. Like he's
Yeah,
scared to leave type shit. Like, and I ain't even making a joke. Cause as a
yeah,
man, I don't understand. Like I really don't understand that shit, bro. I don't
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Like, what
yeah.
is their relationship gonna be like when they take a loss? You see how he was snapping on him in the
Right,
corner when he wasn't doing what he wanted to do? Like G said, "What the fuck is you doing? You
right, right, right.
tripping?
Sounded
Not even
like
a bitch fit, literally."
sounded like Sharkeisha and shit in the corner. I'm like, this nigga here, man, ain't got no composure. You done did all this shit talking online. At least for the camera, don't look like you're panicking, nigga. Like, keep that shit brief. But yeah, you right. Here another one. Here another one that you know what I'm saying can contain himself or act like you know what I mean. That's why I respect you know even though Bill Haney be talking his shit, you know what I mean. You got Bozy. You got some black fighters that got their fathers in their corner, which we gotta, you know what I mean, highlight you know what I'm saying, too, because
Hmm.
you know they don't want us to focus on that type of shit. They don't want that imagery out there as far as
Right.
black fathers raising their kids and got them being in their corner and whoop de whoop. But then you got these house niggas that just get outside of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up the child end up having to deal with this shit. Now I ain't on no gentle parenting shit. I ain't saying none of that because at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I wonder if Brian Norman Jr. woke up thinking that this could be possible of what his pops did up until this point. But you know your pops, you know how his personality is, so you maybe should have been cut that shit short. But we all learn lessons, so I'm it's like you know I look at it from both of them learned the lesson from both ways, and the lesson for the senior should be fall the fuck back, all the way back. I'm talking about like nigga, you really ain't got nothing to say. Like just be happy if he even tearing you off some money and showing you some
Right.
love because you really did too much on this internet shit. You know, like from what I seen, you know, the little I seen anyway. You know.
Yeah. He definitely got to fall back, but we gonna see how that shit play out though, bro. Like I
Yeah,
said, I ain't gonna do too much on him. I already dropped the video giving him my fatherly advice,
yeah,
telling him what the fuck I think. You mean? Like
but
I said, and I ain't, I titled it, a biased Philly nigga, cause that's what he called us. He think everybody that's from over here disliking. I remember he popped up in my chat before. I had to tell him, man, I don't dislike you. And matter of fact, I don't dislike you, and I actually am a fan of your son. But the way you
right,
carry shit is a little bit off. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I was in.
His
I think I
biggest
was in the live when he was in here. He came in here and shit.
Yeah, his biggest
Yeah,
thing is my thing was he never said anything besides his son was going to knock Devin Haney out. I'm like, all right, now if you don't knock him out, what do? You never had a plan B. You never had a plan B, C, none of that shit. Your plan
right,
was just we saw what Ryan Garcia did. We gonna knock him out just like we did these other guys. But what happened if that don't happen? Same thing with Tank. Everybody fell in love with the knockouts. But what happens when you don't knock somebody out?
right,
Nobody
right.
talk about that. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact. Niggas don't even be anticipating that, which is crazy. Like, nigga, this is the sport of boxing. Like, I heard even Boot say, well, shit, you know, I ain't going for the knockout, but, you know, if it come, that's a traditional saying. Like, you niggas tripping. Like, y'all niggas, but that goes hand in hand with that. I can't take a loss shit to me. You know what I'm saying? When niggas get in that mindset, like, oh, if I get a one on my record, like, nigga, the greats had losses. Like, what is y'all talking about? Like, nigga, this is
Real
boxing.
shit.
You know what I'm
Everybody that
saying?
motherfuckers consider everybody that motherfuckers would put in the GOAT debate and consider the greatest of all time all got a loss or two or a few. You
Right,
feel what I'm saying?
right,
Unless they gonna take the easy way out and say Floyd. But
right,
whatever.
right, right, right,
You know what I mean? But
right,
that's how that shit go. But
right,
if boxing fans will learn how to stop being so fickle, people won't worry about taking losses. You say you want to see the best fight the best, but when the two best fight each other and one lose, now you saying he wasn't shit.
right. That shit is wild, dog. Like we really had like 3 or 4 years where motherfuckers was doing that shit strong, like heavy. to where it really played in the mindset. To me, at least, it looked like it did with the boxers of today's time. Like niggas ducking shit, niggas. Well, I think I could beat them, but shit, I ain't gonna make the fight because they telling me to take this. All that kind of shit.
Exactly. Like I'm hearing people now say, man, why won't Hitchens fight Gary Russell? Like I was telling Bang and Tego, I'm like, man, first of all, every time the nigga fought the nigga for free in the amateurs, he lost. And then these niggas out here playing with championships and real money, and you want him to just
Hmm.
go in there just because niggas talking about quote unquote he gotta get it back in blood. The fuck kind of shit is that? If you fought a nigga like I ain't like we all done fought outside and shit, like
Right.
niggas got wins, niggas got losses, all type shit.
Yeah.
Cool, whatever. But the
Yeah.
thing is, if you fought this nigga for free every time, and this nigga beat you every time, and now you playing with millions and you a world champ, this the shit you worked for your whole life. You gonna go fight that nigga just because he beat you before? Like nigga, he beat you for free. Now it's shit on the
Right.
line. But nigga trying to make it like Hitch is a bitch for that shit. Like I understand what niggas saying, but let's be real. Or let's take it from the promoter's perspective. If you got a fighter that your fighter lost to every time and you invested in this nigga, you want your ROI, your return on your investment. Is you gonna put him in there just because you like, yeah, he lost to him 4 times, but he gonna beat him this time? Do
Right.
that make sense? No, it don't make
Right.
fucking sense. But people act like they don't understand that shit. And then if he
Yeah.
do it and then lose, you know what they gonna say? Well, why the fuck did he even fight him? He lost to him every time he fought him in the
Right.
first place. Why would he think he could beat him? Like this, and then they wonder why they don't fight each other. You're the reason they don't fight each other, you stupid
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. That's 100% on the consumers, the fans. Because like on
I
a business
mean,
perspective, like you said, that shit ain't gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it from all angles, at least as much as you can. So yeah, you 1,000% correct on that shit. But it be the
that's the
people.
only way I look at this shit from a 40,000 foot view, and I try to be as logical as possible, bro.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Yes, sir. But shit, I'm about to get up all this bitch. We done did over 3 hours on this motherfucker.
Man,
My
we
nigga
lit.
GH supposed to be on cigar talking about 15, 20 minutes. I definitely
Okay.
got tuned into that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Facts.
And I'm about to get ready
Facts.
for this motherfucking Seahawks and this Rams game. So hey, I got money on that motherfucker. So hey,
Yeah, no, I gotta get with you and Tango on that fucking on the little what is it, the prize pick? No, I know you said 365, some
yeah,
shit earlier.
I mean shit, depending on well, yeah. Hit my phone. We gonna rap about
Yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I'm over this motherfucker rolling up, so I'm gonna hit you up and see what's going on. But man, appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Man,
Yes,
this is the first
sir.
time I really got to kick it with my brother on the live for real, for real. Even though we be on the back end with the shit, you know what I mean? But shout out 2 Cents, Tago, Hack, that boy Greg, you know what I'm saying? Empty the clip. We
You know
got
what I'm
goddamn
saying?
Bang Man,
SP got beats, you know what I'm
SP,
saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
man,
John Parham, who else would we had in this motherfucker? Like you
man, I'm
said,
talking about
Two
lit.
Cents,
Two
everybody,
Cent.
Kasu, everybody was in this motherfucker.
Facts.
Everybody pulled up to talk boxing on this good Sunday. And we're gonna be back later. I'm pretty sure Bang and G doing the smoke show. So hey man, stay
Yeah.
tuned. But in about 15 minutes, man, we got my nigga G over there on motherfucking cigar talk, man. Get over there, run them views up, show niggas that G is one of the needle movers in this motherfucker.
I'm
But until
telling you.
next time, this has been another edition of Empty the Clip where we shoot straight from the hip and talk nothing but that real shit. Until next
Yes,
time, I'm out,
sir.
y'all.
We out.